and the team has been constituted based on the information we had in relation to the questions that the Senate would like to address as it relates to its oversight function. The situation in the Ministry of Foreign Affairs is one that we would classify as significant work in progress as it relates to Liberia's foreign relations. And the analysis that we took when we took over the leadership of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs is that we needed to place some emphasis on the issue of passports. We needed to strengthen our relationship with the rest of the world to reposition Liberia and rebrand Liberia. We felt it was very important to take on leadership for the Mano River Union and the relationships around that, noting the importance to not only the economic development but also security as well. We also prioritized the quest for the seat of the UN Security Council, and prioritized bilateral engagements in making sure that we strengthen economic diplomacy so that we would help the NIC, Commerce, and others who are primarily responsible to attract foreign direct investment. And those have been the priorities of the ministry, among other things.
Open section, and then before they can start planning their individual and bureau section. So the university closed the section around the 15th of February, and then before the closure of the section, we have had numerous of engagement with the university, explaining to them the constraints of students. And it will interest you to know that the university last admission to students on the university campus were around the 1st of February. They closed the section on the 15th, they stopped admission, they gave their last admission on the 1st. We have about 100 copies of admission letter, photocopies in our possession that reflects that students receive admission February 1st, 2025. One where the university gave admission February 1st, and then you cannot accommodate these students to give admission, because when you give students admission, it means you are willing to accommodate them in classes. You cannot give somebody admission to come to school and you tell them to go and sit home. So when they took the R button from there, the party raised the concern to the university administration. We wrote them the first letter on the 5th. We wrote them another letter on the 8th. We wrote them another letter on the 15th when the session was officially closed. And we wrote them about 5 times, they responded 1 time. And their response was to tell us that the university doesn't have money, government have not remitted a cent to the university for operational expenditure. They told us that to open section is costly. It would take the university to spend more money. The university cannot open section. We said, but then since you cannot open section, extend the section limit by maybe 75, by maybe 90, because the highest session limit here now is around 75. So we say extend it to around 100 or 90, where we accommodate more students that to go to school. The university said they can't do it because no resources, they don't have money. Government refused to remit the first 25% for operational expenditure at the university. So they can't do it. As we speak, the university owns the online platform. The company that owns the online platform is called Montana. The university owns Montana $60,000. The university owns St. Joseph, and is responsible for transportation to transport students in his bus, $70,000. The university owns part-time and adjunct lecturer $26 million. This is the debt the university is in. So the university is creating this condition under my client to a political calculated plan to close the university like Liberia down, because the government doesn't have money to run this university. So the only thing the government can do is to create a system where the students will be struck elected, and then student leader on the university campus will become agitating, and when we are agitating, the university is closed and then students go home. This is the republic that we are in, that the government is not committed to providing education and is playing politics of the education of over 25,000 students that are going.
In further ways, I want to know how do you get all of this information you provided us about the university going into debt and the university's failures to pay its online platform of company, so that the effectiveness can be seen.
I'm the chairperson on the Bureau of Press, Propaganda, Research and Guidance. I have my sources, and often my sources are vindicated. On a lot of occasions, firstly, the former president, Asa Conte, when he appeared on his outgoing State of the Nation to Liberians that it is true, our information that UL is owning.
But those have been overall. The issues that you raised today in your opening, Senator, we are of the view, if you agree that we should go through them one by one as opposed to trying to address them holistically, if it so suits the Senate, we can approach it from that perspective. Otherwise, we might drown some of the responses.
You want to give us an overview of each of those issues, then we'll come to the speaker part for detailed review.
So, in relation to foreign service, the need for us to strengthen our foreign service hasn't been overstated. It actually has been an issue of priority. We have been approached by the US government directly on several occasions to say that our capacity in the US is very weak, that there was a need for overhauling the entire foreign service in the US. We use that as an entry point to look across the foreign service, to look at all of the needs. We have been working to ensure that we can have rotation within the foreign service to be able to meet the needs for the country's representation, but also to also provide a more face to how foreign service should operate. People shouldn't be in the country for over 10, 20 years. We've had that outlook, and with that, we looked at strategically.
At John Starbuck, 26 million. He said it is true. The Minister of Finance was working on modality. If you go to the Minister of Foreign Affairs, information, maybe regular press briefing, you will see it there. We are having meeting again with the university administration, and these are something they air to us every day. We done our fact checking. We go to our sources, our intelligence sources, inform us and give us this information. So what we say is something that is credible and is factual. And I said it one time when I appeared on the 2FM, if the government is saying that they have given the university the first 25% for operational expenditure on the university, let them come up open it. It's a challenge to Gafon as a Minister of Finance. It's a challenge to Jeremiah Pierre as a Minister of Information to come out and say, should be saying the government have not given the university like what it done. Let them come and tell how many hours they have given the university for operational.
You have a president who the president of the Republic of Liberia believes in so dearly, the new president. How is her performance?
My point was not appointed here to be a university president. This is why you should understand. My point was appointed here to be a chief lobbyist for the University of Liberia. The government of Joseph Boyka has no political will to fund education in this country. So the only thing they can do, they want to take the burden of the university off the government's shoulder. What they're looking for now, they look at somebody with international and clean face, bring them a president, go around, fly plane, and go lobby for money, bring her to one university. The government doesn't have money to one university, so they brought Mampanya to look for money. So Mampanya is a money-looking woman. She's only here to look for money. She's not here to run administrative activities. She's not here to run the university. She's here to look for money for the government, so the university body can be off the shoulder of the government. It's simple as A, B, C, and D.
So I'm particularly concerned about classes being disrupted this morning. Do you have any knowledge as to whether your guys from the Student Vacation Party were involved in the disruption of classes?
No. We were not involved. We could have been involved. We initially planned and wanted to do so. The party posted it officially on our page around 2 minutes past 6 in the morning. And around 6:30 to 1 minute past 7, in between there, we received call from Dr. Mampanya that we should give an opportunity for a dialogue on Wednesday. So Mampanya requested a dialogue from the party on Wednesday. So we felt that as a party, because in our casual classes, in our revolutionary classes, we were taught to give space for diplomacy. Diplomacy is not the contents of compromise. It doesn't mean when you give room for you to have conversation or reactionary, then you are compromised. You only want to create a balanced platform where views will be aired, where people will know that you are bringing arguments on the table for the progress of the institution. So we wanted to give Mampanya the benefit of the doubt. And for the records, and want to say it here, we have met with the University of Liberia outside of the press 15 different times. Outside of the press.
When?
Discussing. The first meeting we have was with the Dean for Student Affairs, Dean Kool. We met Dean Kool because normally the chain of command before you elevate your debate is to meet the Dean of Student Affairs. Like I said, we met the Dean of Student Affairs. Sarah Mafuma is on charge. I'm going to show you a communication from the Dean office. 2 communications. That was when we wrote him. The summer of our meeting, when we had meeting, we discussed with them. They told us the challenge facing the university campus. What we could do. We told the Dean, same this is give us first guideline or timetable that you think the university will address this concern that the students are faced with. And they told into our blend they cannot do it. And then we took our meeting from the Dean to the Vice President for Academic Affairs, Madam Reese Taylor. We met Madam Reese Taylor over I think 5 occasions.
The team before you is the team from the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, and the team has been constituted based on the information we had in relation to the questions that the Senate would like to address as it relates to its oversight function. The situation in the Ministry of Foreign Affairs is one that we would classify as significant work in progress as it relates to Liberia's foreign relations. And the analysis that we took when we took over the leadership of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs is that we needed to place some emphasis on the issue of passports.
Many thanks as usual for joining us again on this wonderful, wonderful day. Happens to be the 18th day in the month of March for the city of Painesville. This is I'd like to welcome you to this edition of the Morning Roar. Folks, welcome wherever you are. This is your Breakfast Info Companion program, your home of undiluted truth when being told on this platform. Welcome wherever you are. This is it. This is the Morning Ride. It's on Kool 91.9, Kool Radio Online, Cape News, as well as Kool. You can follow us on all of these outlets. You can follow us on all of these outlets. Certainly, you will get all of the latest information. But it promises to be great as usual, and we will talk the talk and walk the walk, and as usual have to shift the paradigm of our democracy. Folks, wherever you are, welcome on this wonderful, wonderful day. You will have the chance where the lines are activated, but it's going to be great this morning. There are a lot of things to talk about, critical national issues to discuss. I'm Wiki Brooks. Inside Canon is the man behind the camera. Ambassador Nathaniel Vaz sitting alongside us, and together we will bring you all of the trending events and across Liberia, Africa, and the rest of our one world. Let's go and take a breather. We'll certainly be back this morning to take you through all of the trending events in Liberia.
To strengthen our relationship with the rest of the world, to reposition Liberia and rebrand Liberia, we felt it was very important to take on leadership for the Mano River Union and the relationships around that, noting the importance to not only the economic development but also security as well. We also prioritize the quest for the seat of the UN Security Council, and prioritize bilateral engagements in making sure that we strengthen economic diplomacy so that we would help the NIC, Commerce, and others who are primarily responsible to attract foreign direct investment. And those have been the priorities of the ministry, among other things.
We are here. We all hope to be peaceful, remain peaceful, and you know. But it's good that we are certainly back here again this morning on this edition of your Breakfast Info Companion program that takes you across Liberia. We certainly hear by the special grace of the Almighty God, looking at some of the things that are currently unfolding in our country, and we're hoping that things will get better. Sometimes we tend to overlook some of these things. And when we try to say some of these things, people think at times you want to pin certain individual or institution bad. But these are present reality, and these are why at these times we are still being faced with some of the substances that have been coming to our country because we lack the technology. Hopefully at 8 o'clock this morning we hope to have on the line Ambassador Christopher Onanaga. So, but still can stay by your radio, and you can watch us, follow us on YouTube as well, and you can share as well. Leave your comment. We hope to have it read. But this is where we find ourselves. Liberia, this country is faced with a lot of challenges, and there's nothing we can have about that. And these are issues that need to be talked about. And if we do not say it, we think that it is well, because the president in his wisdom will make a lot of appointments, able lieutenant to enhance his work, prioritize the interests of Liberia, get the roads done, get the people safe drinking water, a better healthcare delivery system, security, better security that we do not provide security for ourselves, better education sector, and building the economy as well. But how do we build these things? We build these things for institutions that are there to generate huge income for the country. Because some of the institutions are generating funds, but you do not see the impact. Where the monies are going, nobody knows. We've been faced with the issue from the Robertson International Airport for a very long time now. And for one problem after to another. From one problem to another, from days of former President George Weah, we were faced with the issue of the lighting system. We know exactly history tells us we lost Liberian security officers because of the lack of lighting system at the Robertson International Airport during the regime of former President Charles Taylor, who is now currently in jail in the UK. We saw that with former President George Weah, who had to forcibly land in Sierra Leone. And we saw that Ethiopia Airline again had to turn around after all of the negotiation to learn again, expel. Now, the runway, we saw people are making fire all around, hunting and doing some other things. Where people see smoke, they are afraid to land. Now, pretty close to 6 to 7 months. And this is why it's easy for people to bring in drugs or other harmful substances or other things into this country. Our custom officers at the Robertson International Airport are facing serious difficulties. And sometimes we try to shade these things, we make it look so easy, we make it look so nice. Can you imagine? For months, we do not have a single scanning machine. We don't have it to check people's luggage or the suitcases or whatever. The custom officers will now have the chance to search all of these bags. They will now have it. So at the end of the day, some of these things slip in and get into the society. But yet, we are generating funds. The arrival hall cannot produce that at this time. Just the other day, a Nigerian national got caught above waterside with cocaine. Wall Street value over 120 some more thousand United States dollars. You're talking around 24 million Nigerian dollars. Plus, we don't have the logistics to have our mobility, the sophistication. So we are caught up, pens down on these things. We are caught up, pens down. You leave from here now, you go to the GFK again. People who got the patients are not allowed to be there. They are sleeping on the sidewalk, on the floor. These are some of the pressing issues. These are issues that we're always raising for our lawmakers to have focus and have these things and have the oversight, because if you are allotting money or you find a revenue generating income institution and are facing some of the problems, they need to be asked. We say, remember, under former President George Weah, he had amended that in 6 months that airport were going to be a class. They are going to refurbish it. Aviation system, the lighting system, the communication system, the runway, and all these things. But then, he appointed the Magini senator, who by then was Minister of State for Presidential Affairs, Nathaniel Magini. And we left the position where we're wrong. We stayed in face with problems after problems. That is our only international airport. We don't have one. We don't know the next plan to have another one built. And that's the one that we got. Some of the things, things over there have long-lived in usefulness. The same old runway over and over and over and over. In bad condition. The grass. We don't have scanning machine to just put it on the belt to scan to see what all in the decks. These things are all around the world. Our officials of government and other private or business people or private citizens well-to-do, they travel all of this country. They see these things, except when something is being detected and you have asked to step aside and your luggage is taken or your overnight bed, wherever, is taken for proper checking to know that you are traveling with something that is not allowed in that country or that is harmful globally. We still do manual checking. Manual checking. We still opening bags, suitcases, putting our hands in it. So it makes it difficult. The officers cannot be able to check all of these things. We hope the authority there listen, because they're going to get on and defend that maybe in progress. We're trying to work on it. The problem cannot keep continuing. It was bad yesterday. Can we fix it today? Yes. Who fixed it? You dare. It's not just to carry the portfolio. We need to protect our ports of entries. We cannot allow it to just be open. You go at the border points. Our officers who are assigned there, custom officer, immigration officer, police officer, are facing all of the challenges they on their own. They will fend for themselves. They look for places to sleep. The little salary. those institutions they work for, expect them to use it, to take care of themselves, to send money back home to their families, get the kids in school. If you don't have a house of your own, you have to rent, pay rental fee. You're not well, you got to seek medication. If you took the slip, you have to carry extra money. Our borders are poor. Look at our port. See some of the things that pass through the port. That get into Monrovia, that get into Liberia and other parts. Our coast guard also been challenged. Overnight, people are in the kingdom on boat, bringing the drugs. And these areas are open like this. Come to think about our only airport, our only international airport. Our only international airport. If not the lighting system, it's the runway with problem. If the runway don't have a problem, we don't have this to easily accommodate passenger to have their luggage searched, and they can easily be received by the relatives and friends. People are arriving, people going. We're struggling to scan. We still using the arcade method. Opening bags. You're opening a secret, looking for things. The same way the man will go after 1 or 2 days or 3 days, 1 week, he comes back. The same way you will go to searching. And some of these things are not reported to the right authority. And some of the officials, because they are diplomats and they are carrying on diplomatic functions, they are not such, so they don't know that some of these things are happening. They don't know that the ordinary people who come in or going or are facing these things, sometimes they are delayed. When one of custom officer will take one bag or one suitcase, finish searching the closet, before you get to the next one, or one DEA officer before. All of these things are things that the war has evolved. We can afford these things. We can afford to have money for 2-3 day retreat in the name of reconciliation that we did not achieve. And the impasse still continue. When some of these things, when our leaders are faced with some of these things, then they summon the authority for some of these institutions. That's when they summon the authority. You have to come. Give a reason why you don't have this. You don't have that. Give a reason why. That's when the finance minister should appear. Give a reason why you have delayed. They will cover up with the civil servant. They will cover up with health workers. Why you have not been able to get the money at the end of the day. Buck up the money and go right back. And these are things we can now have. And they got to be undiluted. We place our officers or our people who are there to do a delicate work in a condition that they almost will improvise. And that's why you see most of the time, because we don't know, we tamper with evidences. Because of the same thing or not having the scanning machine, we have huge quantity of drugs that came to this country from the Dallas International Airport to the Freeport of Monrovia, worth millions of dollars. We saw methamphetamine into this country in huge quantity, and it was being searched manually using just our bare hands. Imagination. You decide which one of the suitcases you will put your hand on to check. I think modern age and time to search. But we are collecting revenues. I listened to the former minister, that's cool. For the first time in the history of Liberia, domestic revenue, 700 million. That's a good one. Are we directing it to the right cause? Are we prioritizing our priorities? Or we are making pronouncements that people celebrate? Mind you, because sometimes some of the pronouncements are political pronouncements. Sometimes the pronouncements are realistic pronouncements. But it depends the true effect in the lives of the people when the pronouncements are made. Because in this country, a couple of years back, we celebrated the pronouncement of 800 plus million. And we were told for the first time ever, and we saw people protesting for the salary, the benefit. We were told we have surplus. But yet, the surplus will not have an impact in the lives of the people. Health workers were threatening to lay down the white garment. Teachers were abandoning classes because delayed. And the list go on and on and on and on. So RIA is no ordinary place for us to have things that are not functioning. No excuse for that. Because it is a clear gateway for harmful substances to come to this country. We are already losing 2 to 3, 4 generations of people who should be entrusted with this country. Tomorrow, we are losing them now. And we see the tons, the quantity of drugs. Liberia almost turning to be a transit point where nobody is afraid to just bring any amount of drugs or whatever harmful substance. You can take 100 million drugs from any part of the world. You can walk. You can bring it here. 40 million. You can bring it here. 50,000, whatever. You can bring it here. Where did we go wrong? Mr. President, sometimes some of these things don't reach you. Because when you go in, where you and your entourage normally have to take a route out or your return, you do not go through what others are going through. There are folks who come to this country, they watch how people are searching their belongings. Sometimes in the midst of searching these things, in that form and manner, manually using your hand, you damage, you misplace people things. Sometimes you take things out of the suitcases. You just take it to look. And sometimes some of these things will be left out. You put those things back and close it. And when the person get home, try to check, they can't find it. Oh, I had this phone. I had this card. I had this, and I cannot see it. And you see the back and forth with the passenger and the authority. there's a need that we put our resources in the right place, in the right direction. The RIA is our only international airport, and we must do everything possible to bring it up to standard. We want all the big flights in the world to come to us. But are we prepared to have these big flights coming? We got a robust team, negotiating, talking with folks. Yes. Because it also enlarging the envelope for our country. And we start to have these things. But when people start to complain that they go to Liberia, and there are times people here, they arrive the very same day for a particular program, and because you're searching their suitcases, at times they are delayed. You don't even know what it cost the country, what it cost that individual. The man is in the country, he has a program by 3, and a flight brought him or brought her by 1 o'clock in a queue. And people are searching manually. And the clock is ticking. Ambassador, good morning.
Good morning. Good morning, Ambassador. And I want to say thanks again to our listeners for joining us on today. It's great. And welcome to all of you. Go there, Kool Channel 2 on YouTube. We're also live. We're live on Facebook, as a matter of fact. Go there, Kool, in the search handle. Also, those on the radio. And we want to say, those of you around the world, you are in your offices, you can also listen to us on www.knewsonline.com. You can listen to the program here from Liberia. But it's great. I want to say thanks for joining us on today. You know, he said manually. And he said something earlier on that caught my attention on this process. And we have said this repeatedly, but we have ignored all of these. We hear the arm of our government, for federal government, the arm that is responsible to have oversight, has downplayed that role completely.
And it's difficult to open all of the passengers' bags.
And Liberia is just moving slowly now.
So at the end of the day, it's easier for things to pass through.
And if there is a suspicious process, we get the line stop because that question has been satisfied.
So how much will it take us to have scanning machine for our only international airport? You know, our airport by this time we should not lack anything because I only one
no,
we should not be. Oh yeah, we got 5, we got 6. Once you are leaving Liberia and get on a flight, you will use our international airport.
You come
in right back. One other Liberia and you decide to use flight, you're coming right there again.
Yeah. We keep by this time, our security forces detecting illicit substance coming to this country should be having sniffing dogs. And the dog will just smell the bed and say no son inside. But Liberia men, they prefer to eat a dog than to use the dog or the dog perform the skill that it was born with, that God made it with. They prefer to eat it. Yeah. Those DA officers, intelligence officers, some are there with dogs. When you carry it, most of the time, they are being discovered of people bringing drugs, heroin, cocaine. They say they're bringing hair, they're bringing nails, but inside. So it will take long that the man has to go check. If he doesn't see it may pass. Or if he's been planted to allow it pass, that means it will pass. So you see that? But if we have those things in the modernized society, they will catch you quick. Those scanners, the sniffing dogs, the dog look at you and say they may carry something. Because that's what I'm trained for. And they will catch you right there. The last time they called the LDA, they went there with another huge consignment of issues they called at the RIA. The last time again, it took the armed forces of Liberia folks that was there to be able to discover or to find out the substance they making the kush way.
Get it.
They see that Moringa leaf, that the other leaf, that they want, and all the things.
Methamphetamine.
Yeah. We need a modern. I don't know why when the president is saying this thing, Liberia should be known for what it is. Liberians. I don't know whether it has resonated in the minds of those who are called to serve. It is so frustrating. And I love that word used. Liberia is moving manually. Whereby the word is in the digital age. But Liberia is still a crawling and sucking baby. As old as it is. So all sorts of things enter this country. The police are afraid. They bring drugs. They bring it to the RIA. And sometimes when it passes, they have to check a bag. And the people got so many means of hiding those things in the suitcases, in materials. I've seen it. I was watching a documentary from the United States where the folks use an apple. They use a grape. They put drugs inside it. It took the intelligence of the security forces there to discover that, just to discover that the batch of apple or the grape that was coming had drugs in it.
No.
You think we ever detect that?
Even around the world, they had this guy who was in Italy that was supplying chocolate around the world with drugs. So if somebody feels chocolate and he or she brings it at the Robertson International Airport or even the Freeport, those things were coming.
Yeah. Who would know?
We should not just wear all of the fan suits, make all of the speeches. You are placed in a position to serve. Don't just carry the portfolio. Get the work done.
Yeah. How will you know? Like I said last time, they had to discover this in I don't know, we can say well, we've won or what thing, or the attachment. The lady said, I know that the person that told me to pick up this thing I came for you, but you're inside. The LDA has to go there.
Look, just the other day in Malaysia or China, right? It will shock you. That's what we want our people to be up to date with so many things. A huge quantity of cocaine. The guy put the wig on his head. He put the wig and put the cocaine all in the parcel. When he was detected, they cut the ink around his head. At the center of his head, you could see the cocaine. And when they took that part of it, they took it from there. When they look in it, you see what, and they counted, and you see the quantity.
Yeah.
We don't have that sophistication.
We get people even swallow those things. People insert them. All sorts of things going on. Hygiene will know. But we see drugs just in the communities. We see hops of drugs, but we don't know how it coming.
One of the most busiest airports in the world is Gatwick in the UK. Watch it and see how people are tracking down these people. Look, down to the shoes. We don't even have these things. Down to the shoes. People are putting drugs. They will open the shoes and put the cocaine or whatever the shoe, the heel.
Yeah, the heroin, put it there, cover it.
They will seal it right back. You don't have nothing.
But when you go, they take it up, it gets on the market.
We say that we complain, we think we don't have it. Some of want to shave blade. Yeah, we know our folks, some of them, they will have this shortcoming. We want being the LGA officer, one being the police officer, the custom officer. They don't have it. And they cannot perform miracles.
Okay, some of those things are not detected by just you sitting and looking at it. Like I said sometimes, where are the dogs? Well, we prefer to eat a dog in a place.
They put you guys on first.
You see, those dogs are trained.
But
They are trained.
when we travel all of these countries,
Yeah.
we see all of these things.
Yeah.
We talk about it. We're taking pictures of people airports.
Yeah, I think we're my.
We are reduced to sleeping on floors at various airports around when flights are delayed. Go and see how people are bringing these things. The parcels. They're taking people to the bathroom. They're giving you something to take in. They all will come out and they will check it. Go and see people dead. They will unwrap that bed and put it all around it and re-glue it.
Yeah. When you open that bed, you know that nothing inside.
You just put it in,
and the clothes you checking in. And not put in the clothes.
Yeah. So
they put so that is very skillful that you will turn that bed or something, you never know something inside.
It just tells you that we still in the 1970s.
You see?
When we would graduate from that kind of stage. Because we just be, you know, that's the advantage people are taking upon now, that like boy just tend to be a country in Africa and boy just bring any quantity of drugs.
Anything.
You look at one Nigerian man
Yeah.
to go water side. Look at the amount of drugs that there. When they went to search him in his pants,
He has some there.
he has some there because it wouldn't because the people decided to get checking, doing that manual checking. Nothing they had
But
to detect.
it had any other thing that will use to detect before you reach it, if you know it already.
Yeah.
I don't know when will this country really change.
The luggage on the belt rolling, you see a sneaky dog looking.
Yeah.
You smell it. Once it detects something,
It knows
you find it
straight.
fasting that there, and those who supposed to take charge, they take charge, and they find who has it, and they call you aside and ask you know.
Or those in the scanning room, they look at that bed on the machine. As soon as they detect something there, they say this bed.
There are countries listed like in England, Malaysia and other places. There are some cigarettes you don't carry there, and if you carry cigarette there are cigarettes you will carry certain quantity. When you go above that, you feel committing a crime because you cannot tell the people you won't carry one whole suitcase filled with in a name or like a personal cigarette you smoking.
You smoking.
No.
I don't say you go and open ghetto somewhere.
Yeah.
Even cash. All the rules we have been violated across this country. Money laundering. People carry huge amount of money across this country. People bring in huge amount of money. But we don't know. We don't know. Liberia still moving manually. And only the old man, the president, and just very few around him are catching a vision. But the rest of other people, they are still wanting and downing that corrupt behavior. They care less about this. This is serious. And sometimes when we wake up, when? And this is affecting us negatively. It's affecting our generation. And definitely, if there's nothing done about this, it will affect the future generation of this country. On a serious note, you see the proliferation of ghettos. I don't know how much time you see the DA fight. You see them moving up and down. It's still increasing. Where's the drugs coming from? So sometimes you see those who are involved in these pharmaceuticals. When they say they're bringing paracetamol, that's eventually they're bringing. They too are another group that is usually involved in the trading of illicit substances in this country. Yes. There are specific drugs that should not just come anyhow. But they are bringing in the country. Drugs are being sold anywhere, anyhow. You can remember some time ago, in 2020, there was the discovery of the drugs that's coming in a capsule. We deliberately put screw inside and just cover it. That was discovered. You see? People are doing all sorts of things. People are even facing their own paracetamol, the chloroquine, the flagyl. They are facing their own.
If you have
even when you say you take the medicine, they can't work on you.
Yeah, if you have a pool of entries, the two entrances from the RIA to that of Freeport of Monrovia and other ports across the country cannot detect. One more about the people who are at the bullocks that are poor, where a particular crossing area, you will not find somebody there for almost 2-3 weeks, except they decide to go and patrol.
Yeah.
People take their own time to cross. They bring it. They got people already waiting to take delivery and transport it.
Yes, more often so than it's not even those who bring it in will cross it. That's why they ask you sometimes at the airport, don't let somebody tell you, hold my bag here.
Oh, like airport, they could say, they say they could help. Yeah.
They say, somebody say, hey, hold my bag, I want to go in the bathroom. Don't allow somebody to tell you, hold this thing. Or else you see yourself sitting somewhere else for questioning. You see? And we need to grow. Our people leave this country on a daily basis, go out. Some go for seminars, further studies. They come back and they forget everything that they see on that side. It's just so appalling. They forget everything that is being seen, everything that they were taught, everything that they saw that can be applicable in this country. But instead, they will bring the ones that the country don't need. They will bring the ones that the country don't need. How will this country grow? And we will grow so much without being developed. We'll reach a certain stage, we can't grow again. We'll just be where we will be. Our existence. There are so many institutions that were formed by legislation. They're there by the name, but they having no impact on the society. No impact on the society.
And you know why these things happen, or sometimes they don't come to the attention of some of our officials or people who should be, because they kind of courtesy they are getting. So they are not being faced by it. So if they one of them being faced by it, you hear them.
No, that's not
you hear one senator representative say they summoned the authority of the Robertson International Airport and Labrador Airport Authority.
Yeah.
They will summon them. Why they don't have scanning machine? That way you are delaying people. You see people in the queue.
Yeah.
You searching them one after another.
So that intel that one B-man coming with something. So you stop everybody, send one B-man on the line, you stop everybody and say no, you go to the hotel, somebody go to the airport. Why they must delay me? They delay people unnecessarily because he be affected. But when others were affected, it's not his business. I don't know why, and there are committees on all those various agencies of administrative functionaries that those lawmakers should have oversight. But they are not. The oversight is just benefiting them. That's all they want. They care less about the people. They care less about the people. And that our very entry point is very important. The president mentioned that the last time. RIA, the free port of Monrovia, the other entry point is very important. But we overlook all of these things. When will this country get to its full potential? When? And especially at the time when Liberians are expecting more, because Liberians have waited so long that they can't wait again. They want to see the deserved change that they yearn for. They look for it. Maybe at times they saw it partially. They want to see it being fully actualized. But those who are in positions, they are not seeing these things. Like we said, if our lawmakers are on oversight, if for instance, it's an issue that delayed their salaries, in less than a second they will call the Ministry of Finance. Something that affected them or their relatives, they will go and seek plenary approval that people will be invited to answer questions. Should it only be that? As a result, things are happening to the nation. things are happening to the country that are affecting the generation. People are being affected by the day. Why then should we have these institutions? Why then should we have this setup that should monitor it? We're still moving in the manual age, where when a computer was made, the CPU would be big in this room. We are still moving in that era without walking on path of modern society. And every time our neighbors come, they tell us things. They say to us, this is what you should have done. Look at again, doing this process, our partner telling our lawmakers again that you should be able to discuss your issues in-house. You know, when somebody tells you, you should know better. You should be responsible indeed to know this thing. You know what I mean? This thing you have as an issue, people should have taken it outside. People should have found a means to handle this matter right in your cycle, internally. But no, it's not the case. Every other things that happen about this country, it will remain undone or not handled until it come up to the public glare before it gets to be something that is serious. Yes. Yeah, our leaders who we depend on, they stay at disarray. And I love how the speaker said it then. He said, they're not handle this again. Now, only because of their confusion or the misunderstanding they're having, this is right, this is not right, this is the law, this is not the law with them, the attention are not all issues. And things are happening to the country. Drugs are feathering in every corner of this nation. You go to mining sites, illicit mining sites. These are the major hub of drugs. So when you think that it is too much in the graveyard or the cemeteries because your children or our children are there, think about the various mining sites, concession areas, that it will take us, if not half a decade or a decade, to determine what's going on there. And because of these, those who are into positions to monitor these processes, they too are also confused. They only care about themselves. Those selfishness, what they can get. You know, this is very serious. You find a man at the border post, and there are several border, the crossing points across this country. Some have not even been recognized by the authority, but it's being used. One man sit there, he be assigned here alone, or the two, he feels that the whole country is not looking at them. Somebody brings something dangerous to the country, he waiting for a 150 or 175 waiting for the more end. Somebody bring a $10,000 to him, or 5,000 or 1,000 that he can make just in a second. He accepted. They allow the president to pass without such. Something that will affect the country. So now it will affect the generation. Maybe if he is somewhere else far to the border point, not knowing that probably thing he allowed to cross, as for example, drugs, probably one of his sons or daughters are the one taking it. He don't know. Because he only know what he can take for himself. The selfishness, the greed is abounding by the day in this country. I don't know when our leaders will be able to recognize some of the things the president has said or continue to say. So, are you aware that since the president gave that one more ultimatum to those who declare answer. There are some people who have not done it yet. They say that, they say there. Who cares? Some of them say going to work. But the person has said to the CM, say, all of those people who have not even declared answer yet, their salary will be on hold. That money will take it with something with it. The one that will declare, release them, and they take pay. So I don't know, and it makes it very difficult for even the president that will be sitting in the position to function when folks are not even adhering to things. In Liberia, this country, we're still moving manually on a very serious note. And our authority will wake up every time we say these things over and over and again. Almost like nobody hearing. You hear folks say, you're talking plenty, nothing. But we hope that these things can fall on a fertile soil. Because if this Liberia gets better, it won't be for one person. Even the president that is pushing for the betterment of this country, or the society, he may not be the one to sit and enjoy it, but the fact that it will happen, even when he's no longer around here, it will bring joy to him. To think that when I'm not here, I got folks that will make sure that this thing continue and to help the country, the generation, I'm happy. I'm feeling fulfilled. But where are they? Where are they? We're going a long way. Long way. Sometimes we blame the president so much. Everything is a president. Oh, that the president, that the president. But there are people into positions who should be functioning as per their duties. But those people that renege on their function, then because they know that it will pass over them, it goes to the executive. They say, yeah, the president. So he is the one to be held liable for this process. Because overall, he was one elected by the people. But not knowing that the people, the majority of the people of the country, gave him the authority to bring people to help him work. And those people do also have a responsibility to the nation. Yes. Flights are coming in every day. We don't even know who comes in this country. We don't know. Flights coming, flights going, flight coming, flight going. We don't know. When the people are ready to wash their drag, they take part of it, they say they want it can be washed here. We take it out of the country. The flour, we don't know what it is. They go. When they come out to bring it, we don't know what they're bringing. Because we are not sophisticated to know what coming into the country. So we leave those security forces. Some of them self is being evident that some of them, they even take the drugs that we want to fight. So they become some of their interest. Some of them know people who are trading these things, who bring in consignment regularly. They know them. So because of that, they are protecting these people. So why are you thinking you're giving a man 150 or 200 per month, and the man taking more than 1,000 per month on the other side? So you see there. But if we have those sophisticated processes installed, then for instance, the door will tell you something in here, or the machine will tell you something is inside the thing. You must check. So even when you want to play a blind other than you have a man pass, you go, you give them something, the machine feeling telling you, the dog feeling telling you. And you know how embarrassing it will be. Wherever you're moving the door, you're just standing behind one person, just smelling you whole thing. Whether in your pocket or in your bag, your overnight bag, you got it, something inside, they're coming to you. If these people can bulldoze countries of high sophistication, what's about Liberia? Because, mind you, a care not taken, we may just be the transit point in this region. We may just make ourselves the hub of the region. We may just be. We may just make ourselves such. When people want to bring that thing far out, whether it's done for this country or for neighboring countries, they will say, yeah. They say, yeah, take it there. We'll come for it. They entered. So we really need to think as a country. We really need to put ourselves up. Even some of the things are happening around. There is this snipe. Some is training on the social media currently. Now be careful. This is how you give it to your children. Hey, come here. It's in supermarkets. It's on the social media. They are warning people because it got drugs inside. And the thing is very small that you can't know. Why would you do the bottom? I don't know. Or you just feel that some of the ingredient. You take it, you bust it in your mouth. But our people who should be there to detect all of these things, like they made the inspector general of this country as commerce to occupy. He faced a critical issue with the University of Liberia that his degree being revoked. And he talking about how he going to sue the University of Liberia. You see what? So because he thinking on how a degree business that they made him when he graduated, now they say no, you know, pass the proper channel, how you got this, how you got in the system and all that. He's thinking about that. He's not thinking about expired drugs or contaminated process on the market. He's not thinking about it. He's thinking how he wanted to be a riot as a degree holder. But now a degree is on hold. You see? You see? And all of these things are issues that are overlooked. All we overlook them. All. We really wish the day Liberia problem will come to an end or be minimized by just one half. It will really help this country and the generation. Because every day, and we see movement. We see movement. We see movement. People are moving. People are moving. People are moving up and down. A government spending money up and down. But you can't see the dividend. You can see. It's just on a minimum scale. People moving up and down. Government there procuring high-tech vehicles for people, materials, furniture, paying employees. People are making travels. Government sponsoring travel from here there. Just that recently, thanks to the government, through the Ministry of Finance, that they were able to cut down these travels and issues. Government giving trash cards, gasoline. People moving. But at the end of the day, for us to see the dividend is difficult. So it's good that the Ministry of Finance helped the government in the process to say, yeah, let's cut it down.
Yeah, and this is a serious matter. You know, at 8 o'clock, this morning, we were let's 8 o'clock with John Ambassador Christopher Hazelmanuga, who want to weigh in on some critical national issue. And so just before we get in on the line, we want Liberians to actually listen to this audio, and we will certainly get in on the line. Please listen. This is Senator Snow, the Minister of Foreign Affairs, as it relates to the issue of visit to Burkina Faso, Mali, and the two envoys that she talked with her. And he was claiming that this is one of the reasons why our passports are having problems and we are on a video of visa restriction. Please listen this morning.
It's supposed to be that when someone is identified, the process is supposed supposed to be that when someone is identified for posting as ambassador, that the first step is a request is made to the country for that person to serve as the country's representative. That country does its own vetting process. It varies. I can say to you, right now, it's been almost 6 months since we sent for the ambassador for Nigeria, South Africa, Italy. Those are all delayed, but it varies based on the country. And when the process is not used, because what's supposed to happen is when that country responds to us positively and they indicate that they accept that person as our ambassador, is at that point we inform the executive mansion, and then the executive mansion makes the announcement of the appointment. At that time, our letter goes to the Senate. However, in some instances, this has not been followed, and that further complicates the situation.
So, read and negotiate.
We've written all the foreign ministries around the world. We'll continue to engage to make sure that we manage it in a better way. And performance is one of them. What does it bring to the table? So in the next year, we'll be able to say, okay, over the last 1 year of implementing this is what has happened, and so forth, and to review it.
And what have any decision concerning to the passports that were in the where one of my colleagues spoke about that was at the port in the container, the passport being investigated. What's the final decision relating to that container?
General Prince Johnson and I discussed, we agreed that we need to destroy the passports. We don't communicate with the company, but they have communicated with us, and we're working on it.
So the company agreed that I should destroy those passports?
We need to finalize with them.
Who's going to afford the bill for the payment of the passport since it's going to be destroyed?
No, we need to finalize with them. We need to finalize with the company what to do with their passports. We're proposing to destroy them, but we didn't agree with the company.
What's the intent of destroying them? They can't be used, right?
They cannot be used.
Why?
That's the request of the company. They don't want their passports used. Okay. But again, we haven't finalized with them.
Where's the company from, please?
The company that sent those passports here, they're from Austria.
Okay, so they can't be used, they should be destroyed.
No, I'm not saying they should be destroyed. We're proposing to destroy them. We have not finalized with them, whether we destroy them or send them back to them.
Okay. And then finally, Mr. Chairman, please give me details. What's the total concerning the rest? How many bags are needed of food disposal, and do you have all those information?
We are expecting 2,640 metric tons of rice.
Okay.
By the end of this month.
And 1 metric ton is for the 4 bags, right?
Yeah, so it's something around 87,000 bags.
86,000 bags.
Yeah.
For your calculation, how much is that?
It should be valued at around 1.2 million USD.
So 1.2 million USD. Can the government pay for the rice and give it out to our citizens, other needed?
Okay, all right, folks. Okay, you listen there. So, all right, you listen there. So we are about now to go to the line, and we take this morning. Let's go now to get Mr. Christopher Hazel joining us this morning on the line from. Let's join him on the line this morning. It's good to have the ambassador, presidential special ambassador on tourism at large. Good morning, sir. Good morning.
He's off the line. So.
Okay, he's off the line, so we have to get him back on the line, and as soon as we get him back on the line, let's get back to having on the line. Okay. As soon as we get him back on the line, you will get him clearly this morning. Okay. He's now back on the line this morning. Folks, so join us this morning now. Good morning, sir.
Hello?
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning.
You live.
Good morning.
It's good to have you.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. Hello?
Yeah, please go ahead. Please go ahead. You live. Yeah, go ahead. You live. You live. You live. You are live. Let's hear you. Yeah, go ahead.
Go ahead on what?
Yes, we just call you. You listen to the audio. You want to speak on this issue about the Minister of Foreign Affairs had a delegation to Burkina Faso wanting to seek, the campaign period. That's what I want you. You listen to him there.
Yes, I listen. Now, let's take this thing on a very simple note.
Okay.
Mary Snow is questioning my character. If Mary Snow is questioning my character as to why I'm on a trip, first of all, I'm more respectable in West Africa than respected in West Africa than Snow. Second of all, the only reason why Snow is able to breach contracts in West Africa is because he happened to have saved his life by being a senator in Liberia. The only thing people need to understand about Snow is who was Snow. Snow was a houseboy and a driver for Syria, who was the chairman and now chairman emeritus of NPP. Now, if you're taking it from that perspective, going around cutting wood, cleaning oil from car, that was Snow's job. And he didn't have any pay attached to it. So in actual sense, Snow had never been paid a dime in his life. Had never worked corporately for cash. Was never a businessman. Now, if Snow graduated from that point, but now have the opportunity of stealing through the transition after former President Taylor left this country. Don't forget, the only reason why Snow survived was because he ended up getting married to someone from the Taylor's family, so he can get some level of privileges. So what Snow has done over the years has snitched. What he has done over the life has become a chameleon. What he's done over the life has become a mobber. What he's done over the life has become a pimp. What he's done over his life, over a period of time in his life, it's become a gigolo. Now, if Snow graduated from that point, the moment Taylor left, he became someone to get an opportunity to go to LPRC. That's when Snow made his break. By stealing government's money, stealing government oil to become substance. Now, if Snow was able to steal to gain some substance, then he graduated from there to say, no, it's possible that if I don't go into politics, I could suffer consequences. He jumped and became a representative, but only because of two twins who saw a reason to promote him. And it developed another part of Snow, so put the city very dangerous and more big unappreciated side. When Snow, at the end of the day, abandoned those two kids, and when he did, he realized he couldn't perform in Monroe again. What did he do? Before he did that, he got the name of the former president. How? While we're busy discussing our one China policy, he was there going to collect baskets of cash from Taiwan. What happened? He saw him live a nasty life as a speaker because he still thought it was an opportunity for the BMSP. Look at all these things I'm mentioning and the things that have destroyed Snow's character. Not only did he have that kind of damage on him, he was kicked out of the House of Representatives as Speaker in a very nasty way. He moved on to say he was revenging against who? started putting up nude pictures of people. Is that the character we're talking about? The same person who went ahead to hold a full nude party in his house. Is someone who will question someone like me character? Now you are not only transferred his characteristics from there. The moment he saw that he couldn't make it in Monrovia, he ran to public. Now imagine, you disrespect an ex-president in Monrovia. She's lying there. Over a period of time, Snow developed 6-7 heads. He will say he's for X, but he's supplying information to Z, so he can be in the middle and be safe. Don't forget, a man that stays for nothing will die for absolutely nothing. Now, Snow is in this capacity. Not for them to go again to get married there and get married there. You can imagine all the marriages Snow has had. The only reason he had the marriages is to help promote his image, promote his political career. People will call it brilliance. But I call it deception, dishonesty, fraud. Now, Snow talked during the hearing that the characters he carried to Burkina Faso, who are now in Burkina Faso because the Minister of Foreign Affairs. But he forgot to talk about the impact of what we just did in Nigeria, when they discovered Liberia, where we had a unique opportunity to present Liberia to the country. Well, Africa does not know what Liberia is after the war. And we've done a very good job to those. And don't forget, we don't spend government money, let's know. We do our packages, we pay the cost of presenting Liberia to any African country, we are collecting a dime and we leave. We are not operating like Snow. Snow does nothing without expectation of an airplane. Does you not think I am Takunji when you can beat on the street? If you can know that I'm also on the street, a very unique general for the street. Now, let's take it from another perspective. We make sure we enter the country formally. We have serious business comms. We have football conferences. We pull the best investors around. And that's why they're flying daily into Liberia. Because they're not beginning to understand Liberia is a different place. What makes Liberia different? We spend US dollars on the street. And because of that, we are putting packages together that allow countries that need serious investment, landscape with safety, to come in. Now, if still saying you love this country that much, when you be going on international where they're doing hearing for the foreign minister and be castigating other government officials, it's to tell you that Snow, in preparing for 2029, is making a lot of mistakes. He should live for his political and making fully mistakes here because at that Snow can get more than 30-40 votes as president to contest the presidency of Liberia.
I'm here to ask you because a lot of folks are concerned.
I'm coming. I need to address the Snow issue because it's important.
Okay,
so
go ahead.
The snake that we saw yesterday is becoming a bigger snake today, and we're going to be prepared for that. I'm going to be having a rain of talk shows to explain the character of Snow. Who wants to question my character who has been earned through a lot of struggles, a lot of fights, and I'm staying here today. He goes on radio. What did he say? He said the foreign minister is not serious with her UN bid because she had a Christopher Nzonanga and Mohammed on the team. Both presidents spent her for her. But guess what? In the vision of the president, we were appointed. And we've done absolutely nothing to warrant such comments from Snow. The only allegation Snow has to that effect is that we're on our way to China in June last year. And the passports were sitting down on the table between us in business class. And we're popping champagne with the bottles. And we're taking champagne, drinking, and taking pictures and posting it. Let's agree. Special Emperor Mohammed is a young man. Let's agree he takes pictures, excited, and puts it on Facebook. If Snow, in its common reasoning, has sense, he will call someone who you should call a little brother, we can do it better. But to lie that the both of us were public champion with the brothers, you should know it's a lie. Muhammad is a Muslim, he's fasting right now. I'm a Christian, I've never tasted alcohol in my life. Now let's know when he's drunk and he's in his house and he's having porn movies. But with like human beings. So where would the bottle of champagne come from? Where would the glasses will be popping come from? And he's there sitting up feeling comfortable talking trash. People need to begin to realize that library information system is gullible. Everybody knowing that I don't come on radio again to talk about people. But when Snow lied, he must be told he lied. There are some people who are senators or representatives that makes them look honorable. But the only reason why they are there is because they put voted for them. But when you move back from there, they have no character, they have no scruple, they have no dignity. And a better example is Snow. So I think Snow should think next time that this actual work that he has done is a lifetime mistake he's made. And I pray he continue to make them. Because I'm going to continue to show up exactly who Snow is. First of all, he's irresponsible. We all know that. Snow is a corrupt character. We all know that. Who in the world is happy associating with Snow? Apart from the fact that he's going to buy them over because he has corrupt cash. Put my character and post Snow here, let her bring him with George. Yes, go ahead.
Yeah, I thought to ask you because, is there any time you people cross paths in a negative form that today he will have to utter such a comment against you and Muhammad as well? And talking about the issue of the passport saga.
Myself and Snow will never have a clash. And the reason is very simple. How can I debate him when I'm not sure where to classes to get his degree? How? The only thing that puts Snow on par is that he's a senator. Beyond that, Snow is absolutely nothing. So coming to discuss innuendos or dominated genderism with me makes no sense. Or that I will give me a face makes no sense. Snow will use someone like me to gain the kind of traction because of political genderism. But let's be honest, let's put all these things aside. We've never crossed paths. Never. In fact, Snow just saw me I was doing the inauguration of President
Okay.
No, John Mahama.
Okay, John Mahama in Ghana.
Yes, and Snow greeted me nicely, we spoke and walked away. For Christ's sake, I had an invitation. Snow didn't know what he was up to. But I didn't go, I handed it to someone else. And I was just leaving a dinner with the young man who came third, Twitter, and other key persons, including the former governor, the present governor of Osun State, Adeleke, who they call it, the governor, and others. West Africa is my territory. If Snow starts the kind of ball game, he will find his real self in every country's newspaper and the character that he exists on the radio. And I will interview myself there, not to say I will talk him for that. I don't own radio station, TV station, and prayer, no. Why is Snow trying to start? You may be old with gray hair, but suddenly you're a kid in the mind. And Snow is making a big mistake. And that mistake will pursue him to 2029. Everyone knows that I go to nowhere to find anyone stop. I respect people. But when you cross the line for a political innuendos, especially when you touch my character, which is my whole living being, then you find the trouble you're looking for. But sitting now on a farm in Boeing and transferring all the visitors that come to that farm so they can see farm, and he gives some codes that makes them to continue to do the being speed that makes him a better person. He hasn't changed one bit. Because nobody is talking. How can you say for this other candidate and he's supplying information for that candidate to this candidate because you want to look good and at the end of the day you can be safe? That man is, where's the name coming up? But I'm waiting for him so we can keep replying each other like this.
Now,
let's see how he survives. Senators should speak maturely, responsibly. And if Snow crosses the line, he gets the reason for crossing the line. Having a jungle rat who has no common reasoning, who is sympathetic for the flair of it, what is going as let the street talk, go and just talk anyhow. Today he's damaging the government in West Africa because of the agenda. Destroying the government in the ECOWAS parliament because of his agenda. Now, Snow, you can imagine I'm going to start following you. Because first of all, nobody buys my ticket to travel. Nobody pays my hotel bills. So from now on, whatever you're doing against the government, I'm going to be right in your throat in that country you're in. Let's start and see who has character or who has something to lose between you and I.
Liberians see the two of you as top government officials and expect to see things moving smoothly, working in the interest of Liberia, as you have said previously, making the case for Liberia. And to find and hear any kind of in-house fighting, don't you think it also is a major concern?
It is a major concern when one party is not thinking about the country and thinking about themselves individually. And that becomes a problem. Look, I came into government and I'm proud of what I've accomplished and what I'm accomplishing. Just take your time and watch for the next 6 months. You will see what we've accomplished and what we're accomplishing. I don't think Snow, well, I shouldn't be bothered. It's possible Snow had McDonald's cooking pepper soup before going to the hearing. Because if you can say I'm an alcoholic, it means I'm sure. He must have had something as usual for his normal parties that he has at night, those green parties that people don't want to attend. But if Snow knows what's good for him, he will pipe down on this trash that he talks about people until he gets away with them. I will not run to court for Snow. Snow have to run to court to get some dignity. Because if you from the street, then there's one weapon that starts the war, the street. But if you want to be intelligent and mature, you will know the right thing to do. And Snow just misfired. And don't forget, you don't raise a gun to a male hand shooting it. Because when you put it down, honor come with a raise at your head. And bottom line, you are on a global wire, trying to damage someone to gain some political traction. And you're saying that if you got these kind of people on your trip there, how serious are you? This woman you're trying to ask that question to, it's not the one that has your kind of experience, it's one that has a billion times your experience. And it's in the field that she masters well. Global diplomacy. And as Kakon says, economic diplomacy. If it's 200,000 she has as a budget, the question is, what can she achieve with 200,000 that you cannot achieve with 10 million? That should be the question. Because the only thing that Snow knows is money before fortune. But the only thing that she knows is building a nation for the betterment of the future. And the only thing I know, maybe Snow should visit my various projects and he will see that he and I are not on the same page at all. But yes, like I said, every single line that I've read I'm going to do. I'm going to follow Snow to West Africa. I'm going to do it.
Is there any other thing which...
If Snow is telling me to turn against me a strategist, then he's bought a different thing. I'm not a politician, I'm a strategist. I ain't got nothing to lose. So be it.
Okay. Is there anything you'd like to talk about?
Yes, and also I want to let you know there is no list that bans Liberia, okay?
Yes.
There is no list. There is no list. I'm telling Liberians, there is no list that bans Liberians or is trying to ban Liberians. And that list that it says on the State Department or for the American government through President Trump executive order is not true. I've just sent you a video. Play it. So people can listen.
Sir, let me ask you, there was a specific purpose for your trip. What's the success? The minister said there were other conversations to be held. That is why you were on the trip.
People understand this.
Yeah.
On the day of the inauguration, the moment the inauguration was over, because before the inauguration, we had this Kool Liberia in Nigeria. And we had planned a 10-nation tour. And we are touring these nations. Let me tell you what's happening with Chad, Niger, Mali, and Burkina Faso. These 4 countries have a lot of millionaires and investors who want to invest. But they don't even have an eye on Liberia because they believe Senegal and Cote d'Ivoire is the best option because they speak Mandinga and they speak French and one of the other languages that these 2 countries speak. They don't even know that Liberia can speak Mandinga. They don't even know that Liberia can speak French. They don't even know that Liberia have an economic setting that is good for them. So, it's our business to take our message to discover Liberia to them. It's our business to go to the largest economy in West Africa and Africa to sell our business. When we're in Nigeria, we're on the top radio, the national television station. Every institution covered us. It's because we know what to do. So, right before the inauguration, just after the inauguration, the same day the inauguration was over, the following morning, 4 o'clock, we're on a 17-hour trip to Cote d'Ivoire, where we presented again at the forum a unique opportunity for people to invest in Liberia. We have planned to go by road to Cote d'Ivoire, to Burkina Faso, but then we changed our mind and said, no, it's not going by road. Let's go by there, since we already arranged with the banks and other people there to have a conversation with them. Just the night before we left, we got the wind that the Minister of Foreign Affairs will be coming after us into Burkina Faso. So we then spoke to us and said, listen, we're on our way today to Burkina Faso in the morning, but we learned that you're coming back to Burkina Faso 2 days after. Just to inform you. She said, oh yes, I'm on my way. So the best thing is, while you're doing your stuff, we'll all meet. We said, because we can't go separate while you're here, you have to lead the delegation. So we went. She attended the business forum for about 5 minutes and left. And then when she was meeting the president, went for the general conversation with her to show up the population of government support. So just the prime minister going to sit. It doesn't all way that a government can only send one person as the Minister of Foreign Affairs, no support this. When she had done that general meeting, she had to go in now for her one-on-one meeting with the president. We were not there. We had gone to do our other things. Now, that is to show the strength of government. But when you have someone who reads negative into everything they know, because he's been there and done the worst, and begins to give wrong interpretation, it sends wrong message. And because of political innuendoism, or, I mean, we don't understand someone that's know is a Calais chief of Calaism. But he shouldn't bring those kind of things to people. He should keep it in his cover so nobody knows that whatever he brings out is a replica of what he does. And here we are killing ourselves, and don't forget, tickets we buy are our pockets. But our salaries will work because we want to see Liberia move from this dark point that snow and others put us in to a point where the youngest person being born today, the parents can see that he has a hope for tomorrow. I mean, we have succeeded. People are coming to this country every day. A major cassava factory, manufacturing plant is about to be established that's going to use only cassava for raw material to produce 30 different kind of products. It means farmers are going to get high-end, better pay for cassava to produce. I don't want to start naming all, but give yourself the next 6 months and see what's happening. All through our efforts to move around the country, around Africa and the world. Instead of Snow having a major activity at the Senate and saying, let's thank people who are operating at a level beyond normal, and let's clap for them once. He's turning it around because he can see nothing good since it's for the federal government. Unfortunately for him, now he got the response he needs, and he will get that enough. He will get him a few food. oral responsibility was, whatever other form he was, I'm available for him. So slow, take directly at you. Here we go.
Okay, before we go to the lines, Honorable Ambassador, are we gaining ground on this lobbying from other countries, our support to the permanent seat at the Security Council? Are we getting something good coming from there?
Yes. Look, I don't think people remember that Liberia actually hinged a lot of energy in getting independence from over 70% of the countries in Africa. I don't think people should forget those parts. Most of the countries in Liberia, in Africa, their story starts with the work of Liberia. Getting involved in negotiations. Don't forget, when did the formation of the EU start?
Yes.
And the rest?
Yeah.
So we're using what we have to pursue World War. And don't forget, Liberia's been through wars and other situations. There's no better person to tell the story of Africa or the Security Council than a country like Liberia. And we've seen this minister travel. People don't even know that almost every week she's in one country or the other, gaining endorsement and support. We were never friends with Barbados, Cayman Island, all these countries. She's been able to pull all of them as friends of Liberia. Because she's pursuing economic policies, economic diplomacy, sorry. And economic diplomacy is there for what we're pricing for political diplomacy. Political diplomacy had no end, no benefit. So I'm only praying, instead of us doubting our sufficiency as a nation, we should guard and run the Liberian project. When the president of Liberia said, take Liberia, love Liberia, build Liberia, we must have talked about it in deep circumstances before we utter those languages. The only people who don't think, love, and build Liberia as Liberia for Liberians are those who are in Liberia, living for themselves in Liberia, to benefit themselves in Liberia and don't care about the rest. And I can assure you, we are getting results both in pulling investment in Liberia and also for the Security Council seat.
Okay, sir, we'll go to the lines to take a few calls. We are receiving some concerns from the public, and they will bring those concerns up. Do you have any personal interaction with Senator Snow that he's breaking this thing about that your champagne and passport that gave an image to the outside world? Is there any personal problem you will have?
As far as I know, as yesterday, Snow and myself have never shared any negative issue. I just said to you, whenever we see, we laugh, in fact we hug. So let's say he's trying to operate on a level of national interest.
Mm-hmm.
Something that was done in June of last year. I just sent you a video. Before you open the phone, I want you to play the video.
Yeah.
From the American government, there's a statement on this list that Snow is referring to. Don't forget, Snow is the one who tried a lifetime. Only had the opportunity when President William begged for him going into America. So who characters is being questioned more by the Americans? Is it not Snow?
Okay, let's play the video. Let's play the video, and we'll go to the lines to have the public their own interaction with this process here.
Yeah, let's go to play the video.
We'll play the video
we'll
right
take
now.
a few calls on this matter. Okay.
What people are looking at over these last several days is not a list that exists here that is being acted on. There is a review, as we know through the President's executive order, for us to look at the nature of what's going to help keep America safer in dealing with the issue of visas and who's allowed into the country. But what has been touted as something that is an item through the State Department just simply isn't the case. So the premise, I have to say, I certainly can't speak to because it's not accurate.
Okay, yeah. There's no list.
Yeah, we listen to that, and people are trying to see how best they can also.
Hold on. Vicky, this morning, I don't do this normally.
Yeah, go ahead.
But you ask yourself, whose character is part of? It's a pity that we have to use President Taylor as an example. Don't forget, that man was President Taylor's son-in-law.
Mm-hmm.
He has tried to metamorphose himself into various characteristics. Has it changed him? Is he not still one of the most negative person in the American State Department? Is he not the one that should be worried about himself? But look at it again. That's a senator who doesn't even have friends across the aisle. He was operating on the sea to steal someone else's character. You listen to what the American government has said, that list does not exist. Americans don't need to lie to us. So purely on the sea, the Senate called a whole meeting to talk to the Minister of Foreign Affairs. After they finished talking now, the American government say, well, anything you're doing, making more here out of it is nothing. It just tells you that some members and somebody that's known is less busy, but want to show up that they are suffering, serving their brain people, so that for 2029 when they go to contest, it can make sense. But the way it's not run out of Maria is the same way you run out of that particular age. Maybe that won't make it. But I leave it with you. Thank you.
Okay, we'll go to the lines, talk to the callers here. You've been somebody we know for a very long time. Seeing you say, oh, liquor, drinking liquor. I've not seen that before.
Okay, let's talk to the
Let's go to
the line. Good morning.
Hello, the subscriber yours.
Oh. That is never for
0775-919-919 080-919-919. Yeah, go ahead.
Thank you, Willie, and thank you, thank you to our fellow parliament of Kool and to our CEO, Christopher H. Monadiwa. Surely, I heard Mali is not done to be over by the state. I heard him speak, and he spoke like real men. Like what you have always said about we. When people come to sell their ignorance, there be nobody to back. Because who is in the interest of this country? And it is not people that are using Nigerian money and they're using the children for the very weak or wrong reason that they don't understand. But this is Nigeria, and sure, something will come out of this. Thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you this morning. Let's talk to other callers. You live.
Oh,
go to this caller. You live.
Good morning.
Yeah, go ahead.
My name is Phineas Johnson. I'm calling from real life.
Go ahead, sir.
You see, the problem in this country is the credit package. If it is not you, if it is not me, it should not be you. The country is going down the drain. I will talk to you now, I'm talking to you. I'm frustrated. Because nothing out, nothing coming in. And two children is on top of $1,200. They're not even here. That money is not a money for me. It is for me. I don't have it. Now, you correct. People are playing a game because we're looking for 2029. All of them in the room. I hope that the military will just take over once and for all.
We're not reaching that era yet, man.
When we reach that era, we've said it times or a number when you're going to losing.
I mean, man, for you can say military until over.
What you want to incite the military in a state that is peaceful, a democratic state. You know, we went through 14 years. Let's talk to this caller. Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
You're welcome.
Thank you, this morning. And I tell my honorable the member of the ambassador, good morning and thank you. For me, my only idea that I have this morning to tell you people is that Liberia is for us and for them. This new, the honorable man, and other Liberians who know that different that are fighting for us, I pray that all of them unite and move our country to another direction. Let the peace be the oil and boiling. Let the peace stop crying stream. Because they are strength that we the small people all the ground that we will suffer. So we begin them. Let them with have peace. Let them pour fresh. Anybody do anything to anybody? Let them put it on their feet and tell their friend the right way for their country to proceed. God, thank you. I'm Thomas Collins.
Thank you. Good morning. Okay, let me talk to this caller on the line this morning. 0775 919 919 080 919 the numbers, you can call us all right now. The lines currently activated, folks. You know, this is Liberia. So you listen to some of the callers. You care to respond?
I don't know where your voice is coming in. Yes.
Yeah, I said you listen to the callers. You care to respond? There are some who calling for you people to smoke the peace pipe.
But there's no war. We just don't want to use the political innuendos, the political journalism, the political journalism to try and see how they can push agendas of the political career over the Liberian people's interest. And to do that, you try when you don't even have character that exists. Instead of coming on board and say, listen, do this better. Their advice is I can make mistakes and see how we can fight to make it better. But instead, even look at what happened in American Senate just the other day. The minority leader, Chuck Schumer, who was surprisingly seeing who vote along the UP to be Republican life to keep the government running. It's because America's interest, the nation's interest is first. Don't see nothing good in government negative. But then they say he who points one finger at a man, how many fingers point back at him? 4. So in doing this, we need to think. That's why you never hear anywhere in Liberia that Chris said this about this person. Whatever I have to say about you, I think I can tell you in your face and see how we can move better. And we have to develop that attitude. You eat alone, you die alone. You destroy other people, who then stands for you? When you make peace with that man, talk to him, and let everybody move forward for the betterment of the country. Because you have a diverse background of politics doesn't mean that there's nothing that unites us first. 3 things unite us. As humans, we should unite. As a nation, we should unite. As a people, we should unite. But we keep crossing the wrong boundaries and we don't see the lines of unity. And when you get, you perturb the nation, you flabbergast the nation. And when you get in return, you look ugly. Because when you put the words against people and not understanding their strengths and weaknesses, then you can't tell which one will hate you. But let me leave you guys somewhere to continue.
But CEO, before you go, CEO, before you leave, let me ask you this question. How have this have an impact on your relationship with the foreign minister? How is she taking that?
Just speaking to her, tell me what the foreign minister. I'm not in the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. I'm taking it from the point that I listened to the hearing and I found out where Snow made some comments and I'm addressing the comments.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you for being part of the conversation this morning. The voice of Ambassador Christopher Hezonanoga, responding to what was said by Senator Edwin.
And it's a timely clarity to be made because others will say a lot about this. So he came in very much in time after this hearing process. Remember, Liberians also follow that process, and it's good. Now you are listening to him, and we'll discuss other issues. This is important for the growth and development of the country. We'll take more calls this morning.
Yeah, but he's not on the line to respond.
We are out of conversation on.
Yeah, that's why we have to go back.
Yeah.
I think he needed to address something that he think he needed to clear the air, because according to him, it's something that put us around his character.
Yeah.
And he needed to have such
clarity. Ambassador, you do the ambassador.
Yeah, especially where the society is gullible. People hear these things,
these
especially
things.
when it's coming from one top official of government who has believers as well, people who believe what he says and think that he probably saying the right thing. So the ambassador had to come in to make the clarity that he's not just character and he should not be questioned in such one manner, because they are striving to make gains in the process. But before that, we were discussing the issue of the condition at the Roberts International Airport. You know, the condition there. Imagine our international airport. We are out of scanning machine for the last 6 to 7 months. Custom officers cannot handle all of the luggage. So they would not have the chance to search all. So we've been asking, you know, it's because at this time we've been affected by some of these harmful substances that are coming to this country and destroying the lives of our young brothers and sisters who are leaving their comfortable homes and are going to the cemeteries across the country, feeling comfortable, relaxing in graves where our dear ones are then rested. And you see them pulling out. They always on the hunt for the newest drugs in time to consume, only because we don't have the means to protect, to detect. So we are asking government to see the need. Look at RIA. That's the only airport we got in this country, our international airport. That when you get in a plane to leave this country, it's where you have to get to leave. You want to return to this country, you will have to land right there again. But too many conditions, too many challenges. Imagine a long queue of people. It needed to be searched manually, open this bag. And we don't have the kind of means to detect. So it's easy for people to get away through. Who knows what of these information have already been passed on to other people, so they take advantage of these things. And when you look at the long queue after, you say, oh, your pass, with us searching these people. And they arrive.
What resource, illicit substance, harmful substance, and
the detriment of the poor struggling masses. Whatever they bring in, we either consume it or it be used. We see people come to this country with unregistered weapon. You got nothing to detect. People come from abroad, they bring weapon into this country. Some of the things that people even bring, people think on this gun. Now, they got lights that can harm you.
True.
They got lights. You found people sitting in late evening on the porches with lights. I knew this old man, he was for years working at the Italian embassy in Italy. He was a linguist, Mr. Fremont. We all were living in the same community. He came from abroad. He brought his light. They got green, they got yellow, and they got real clear white, like flashing, you know, the fluorescent type light. And every day he walks around in the community, he charges his light, and when it's charged in the evening, he puts it on his shoulder and walk around. Okay. So, and a very bizarre line. And this day I decided to ask him. I said, "But you walk with a dog, what are you doing with the light?" And how he told me, he said, "Son, the people in Liberia at the airport, they don't even know it." He said, "You know that I actually went to declare this light to tell you how harmful it is." He said, and he told me, if you're a criminal and you just allow him to flash the green light on you, don't dare put water on you. Your skin peel. People gather in this country. People come here with these things. We don't know these things. We don't have the means to detect these things.
No. You see,
But
people even security material, people are bringing in the country.
We will provide all of the education just to help the country.
You see, one man will China will put the uniform and bring his outside and police people. Who get the authority? Only because once the police man clean, so nobody want to know. People selling batches.
Sometimes the people don't.
People bring pepper spray, they selling it. They pass the international airport at times, so they flip from Moravia.
Or even our border point.
Yes. Who authorized them to sell these security materials? But because we don't have the sophistication to tell me those things, so they pass very easily. They come in the country. People come for selling handgun of policemen.
You know, you put our custom officers, our immigration officers, our LDA officers, you put it in harm's way to the public, thinking that they're opening up.
Yeah.
We know sometimes these things will happen, they will open up, but they are not just at the fault that we take and feed. No.
But they're not sophisticated.
They don't have it.
Our security. When I mentioned somebody texted me and said, "Man, why are you bringing dog?" But people using dog outside the country in other countries. When people are bringing heroin, drugs, like my colleague said, sometimes they shoe he. Sometimes they say they're bringing shoes. They bring other materials. They put these things inside. You see the naked eye will not be able to determine that somebody there.
Don't even go far. The woman comes with a big head up tie.
Yeah.
You think I want to talk on her head? What in it? You can't detect.
You know.
Nobody scan.
Nothing. So I believe I get my cosmetics. I man, cosmetics.
The woman got 1 week. One man came from abroad, said you're in America, you're this place. So he braided his hair. What in the hair? Nobody knows.
Nobody won't know. But if you have these things around, they have the sniffy dogs. They can determine that. So there's only one man.
But people catching people all around the world. They're tracking them down.
If you got the scanner, they will determine something on this man. Something in their bag.
Forgetting to know drugs is the biggest business now in the world.
Okay,
don't check better anything.
You will become a millionaire.
In split second.
Yes.
So it will enhance the working of these people to save lives. Because I don't care what sort of a law we will pass to fight drugs. One the place the avenue is created for people to come in and not be detected. We have given the traffickers the gateway.
Sure.
So the end users are the ones that you are chasing, but we are not preparing ourselves at the entry points.
We get a drug that will be like the size of this thing here. If you hear the word of it, you won't believe it.
Look.
The people making money.
Don't even go far. You see a man, she got 2-3 cell phones in her hand.
Yeah.
Or
you take a cell phone.
No, even that cell phone.
They are loaded with
nothing in it.
Nothing
inside. You see the man 3-4. All you know because people can carry 2-3 cell phones.
That be man.
That be man.
What about
2 on 1 on? The 2 that those 2 that are not on are the ones carrying the drugs.
The drugs. People come with power banks.
Yeah.
You have to say that normal thing is working.
Yeah. The medical they say that my laptop.
Yeah.
That my laptop in my bag.
Oh, you know a laptop. You don't have the eye.
You know, when will we reach the stage to say yes?
And if that's why I say, so they say about laptop, I say pass. Laptop pass. Phone pass. Power bank pass. And the person gone. But if they may have other sophisticated devices to determine, he will know, say, hey.
I'll tell you a story.
When I say we'll finish, but we'll minimize the importation of this.
I'll tell you a story. We were at a workshop in Canada just before the runoff election. So we had this break, after sitting low. And one of the facilitators tried to give a life story. He said he had one of his friends and his daughters in America decided to send for him. But in the conversation, he didn't have him with his phone. He had already planned that he's not coming back. He was going for business. He said he's not coming back. Got on a flight from Liberia, landed in Casablanca. At the airport, international standard, we don't even know it. They requested for his phone. And everybody they requested for his phone. And as soon as he gave his phone, they just wanted to show you a conversation. He said, sir, thank you. You on the next flight back to Liberia. Today. We don't have it.
We even care. We don't care.
We don't have it. Look, even in the Liberia National Police, where you see all the athletic people look. When you see, I think they get some of the nice boys. You know, the guys want to do it, but those in authority at times are there wanting to carry this big shoulder and do some other things. You got to keep government feet to the fire. Look, now, other countries, if you read around in other places, somebody committed a crime and escaped. Just in that community or where the crime was committed and that person escaped. That graphic man will come right there. That artist will ask, just describe the man.
They will draw him.
They will draw him, they will sketch him and put it wanted. That people can identify at any time. Just describing how he looks. What's all his hair, his jaw, and other things. It's not
all the things. The only reason we say we come on forensic, we come on this other investigative process, we have to call for international partners before it can be quantified or qualified.
The first thing our officers go on the scene. Whether they were trained at that or the labor or they don't have it, our officers go on crime scene. No gloves. They are touching evidences.
But you saw
their bare hands.
The issue of guilty when they went there, they started opening the car door, opening the car who taking battery.
You know, somebody they don't know it, and two, these logistics or even materials are not provided to these people. But we need to do it. Look, there is no time to go back. We need to upgrade.
Yeah.
We need to upgrade. And there should be no excuse for us not upgrading ourselves.
Just imagine the police officer, the former police officer who ever discovered the castor beans.
Yeah.
It was sort of training that they went on. Until he was able to discover the castor beans, and it's in Liberia. And he's trying to multiply that he can get on the word. On the word market.
Now, just a bottle. You see somebody on the fly, he gets down. Because you see a bottle of mineral water, you don't even know what sort of liquid in there. Because you see it's colorless. Yeah, my bro. We'll not just sit on inside, but we'll fuck that inside. You see?
What are these things? People use these things to create scenes around the world. Those chemicals.
Just one label. Do you know what it you know?
For an atomic bomb, yes, you won't put in the man. Nobody care. Well, at the end result, the man carry something happen.
Yeah.
But the only thing is say, you can't boy, you move on the street. You don't point hustle. Isn't the point I want to do the whole sit down? So you don't even know, sir, the intention.
So we actually need to keep training our officers. You know, not just to give the people the training, but give them those logistics that they will use to enhance their working. Because if you put the training in the man, and the man do not have
how many uniforms of police gave the police officers? We'll talk about the baton, the handcuff. Policemen had a baton handcuff. You can see policemen try to baton this and again. I'm ratting in
one man comes with 4 or 5 suitcases at the airport. One constant officer, he get the time to check everything. Just give me something I think. Walk in there, you care. As soon as the people see you pass and fire, you concern you being checked.
Or the pastor the mayor come and say, "Oh, officer, you're working so much. Thank you for your good work. Let small thing about good water. But they like good men. What about the things men around that side?
Every good deserve another.
Yeah. So you see, but we say anything, they don't realize it. They don't recognize what we're saying to the people. Seriously. Even policemen will go, traffic policemen, the only Labanese polo game was here to buy on wizard who want the traffic. We train these people like in the materials so they can work. The general, you get one man a whole fence, you say a watchman, but you get in one quarter, you get in a chair, you sit inside, you be sleeping. The material in the fence worth thousands of dollars, but you pay $60 US per month. You see? That means that even when the arrow come, they will whip him good before they do what they want to do. Let's empower the people. Let's empower the people. They are custom officers. Let's empower them.
See people sitting on the fly with their pets. They come in. They say, "Oh yeah, the dog found." Sometimes the officers will even play with it. They don't even know what it means.
They know.
The man comes to the country, or she comes to the country, or the family comes to the country. You see the children playing with teddy bear. They getting out from the flat. They get a teddy bear. Say, hey man, fine. What image you don't know?
You don't know. You care.
They are using the kids to traffic it because they know Liberia don't have it. And the message going across. So people are not afraid to bring things in Liberia.
But who afraid?
Red line in the sub-region. Yeah. Just in the Manamura basin.
Who afraid of Liberia now?
Just imagine, Liberia has become a country that nobody can take drugs from Liberia to carry outside. People can taking drugs for outside to get it in Liberia. We can't even cross with drugs to go to sell them. People passing boat water side, passing other places. People coming from Guinea, people coming from Ivory Coast. Just imagine. Let's go to the line this morning and hear from our callers this morning. Hope you stick and stay to what we've been discussing this morning. You're live. Good morning.
Hello, good morning, Mr. Brooks and my brother in studio.
You're welcome. Go ahead.
Yeah, this is Rick Power International, the Public Relation Officer for LRB1. And I want to first and foremost thank you guys for the discussion. And I'm also proud of my son, Chris Mananga. I'm very, very proud of him. I'm so happy to get on the video today. He's a very brilliant man who has good determination for this country. Now, as you understand, when it comes to the topic about international effort, brother, we have no sophistication at that international airport. My friend Tom John at the Motella Mohammed Airport in Nigeria. Look, we have scanning machines. So I have to check my bag. I passed through the scan and everything that they were registered.
Yeah.
When I was coming back from Nigeria, I had a small in there, I had $2. And they said, and they paid $2. I started to say your bed. I said, no, I didn't work for inside. That's $2. They can't put it off. They didn't put it to do 15 days every week. So
Yeah, you see that?
you need to be sophisticated at the airport. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Yeah, sure. School job, you're okay anyway. All right, Ryan.
Yeah.
Good morning. Don't hold the line. When you're not prepared to call, you have to be prepared. Don't hold the line. Let's talk to other callers who are prepared. You're live.
Yeah, good morning. How you doing this morning?
Well, God minding us.
I know. Yeah, thank God. Alhamdulillah. I'm Joseph Freedom from Thank you. Brother, everyone else, yes, that's very bad when it comes to the deportation of drugs in the country. Let my country, break my country, brother. We have Zwani, crossing point there. No flags you can see like government official. We have General Bureau. Nobody you can see there. They just forgot to go one side. We got moved them just to 12 crossing point, vulnerable, brother. That even during the war, former government officials use that side. Criminals use that side. Nobody knows whether they left the country or they come into the country. And that's what happened now. And when it comes to the issue of drug importation, well, the people got scanner, they got different device to deter this thing. What happened to Liberia? Our government cannot get that. We have the resources, we got the money here. What we can get those things to save ourselves, to save the country. Then we see that Sopande, we only eating one another, we gossiping, we say this about good character. In the country, when you got a good character, because the good character for you only find a few, but the majority want to be able, so you guys want to build your character, you build your character for so many years, they want to drag you. Instead of making good bill, making good law to benefit the life of the people in the country, that things will be better, bad, coming, all of these things. I'm came from where president that American that will deter that whole armed container is in the country. 100 million drug scheme that American that will deter. So because we're not saying anything yet,
yeah.
Contemplating on that should be our focus. We shouldn't be insensitive to the plight of the people. That's the reason why we was elected. That's the reason why we was appointed. Why are we not doing this? Don't go far away. They cost the point too much. Bringing interest, bus, all kind of thing. I got to Kodoka Airport. I put my bag. Just go in front of them before I move. The machine alarm. Come back. I check it. What do you want inside? Razor blade. Because my heart caught. I thought I was something bad. Somebody put something in my bed. My heart caught. Because I was on my way to Chengdu, China. Yes. My heart caught. When I came back, I checked the bed, I checked out everything. Waiting there. Basically, the man took it, put the bed back, and went ahead of me. I thought it was dead. I told my lawyer, I said, what can I get with it?
It's too hard, but we're going to go for a retreat.
The blue spend money here.
Good morning. I mean, they are full good. I detected it no more now. They're feeling good. Don't be using it, be texting. Like, no way. Help somebody, help one visually impaired person. They're feeling good for people who can see. Yeah. Don't do that. I know there's no one now. You lie. No, you're not ready. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Go ahead.
Yeah, my name is Speed. I called to get a introduction this morning. I want to. Hello?
Go ahead.
Go ahead. You're probably talking. Then you say hello.
Yeah. I want to commend my ambassador in skills. You shouldn't mind snow. Snow has no moral ground. Snow that took place in one Comintang. Snow has series of things like they in history. You remember the biggest saga? The biggest woman right here, what's that? People carry lives there. Nothing happening. So snow don't have the moral to keep people in the country.
So, thank you. Let's talk to other callers. You live. Go ahead.
Thank you.
Oh, 0775-919-919. Let's talk to other callers.
Good morning, information book and student farm.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Information books and student farm. I will tell people we are living in a world that, most especially Nigeria, is very dangerous. Because it's not only about gun. Information book just day before yesterday on Gawa. If they never had a real clinics and other things around here, the entire area is there. Just for one. Prior no LC gas uses. The guy beat the man on his own head without prior and left the man to talk the man ear almost to get out. And they clinic, a clinic called Mangame, into so clinic here. That saved that man today.
Okay, thank you. We talking about sophistication, nothing that domestic issue. Good morning.
My name is Pascal Gandhi, and I come from Komota.
You're welcome, sir.
You see, we sometimes we just need to very low on people that snow. We know that the kind of guys are listed. The kind of guys are listed have snow that possess. So they cannot live without being in government. So we always do things that will another regime coming to power, you'll be favored. But that regime to stay in government. If you catch no track record, he has now worked for himself out of government to get everything that's not possessed today is a thing that you got from previous government. You have been working in government, you bring a core identity, you did it to Taylor, you did it to Ellie, you did it to President Weah, and today he's trying to do it to Pwaga. So I don't see the reason why the CEO will waste the time on it. Thank you for informing me the time.
Okay, thank you as well for making your point. Let's talk to this caller. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, we give brother now. Very soon, calling for one more time on the 7th segment.
Yeah, go ahead, sir.
Then, you know, we see the country that I was thinking. I don't think government and Account, they don't know the power of this country. Within the 21st century, they will say in the 18th century, machines are very coming to the airport. Skin machine. That one of the least things that should go up because it's very sensitive to our security apparatus. In terms of providing security alarms for us, they have made that for 7 months. They still are already. Whoever come in the country, support everything I've already leave. They are small. Why is he obeying? From where's the ridiculous? Because someone come out and pass off one day and the other day, we get hit at high. We get one of the over 3 million for being a one day. Where? And now we put it high. First of all, they are just a conspiracy because it's only about 7 months. That is very important to the airport. Again, we pay attention to. Meaning, conspiracy theory going on nowhere. Why the money has fallen, you are not elect the public authority on the authority that is there to say government is very important to the airport. We need to face it now. Then you see that, you collect money, that they can face it to make sure that you are correct. You are in the country. Mail, there is for. You see, you don't for what to ridiculous. The answer on the window. We have to already. And they give you a hint. So we take it there. No, they put your hint and be there. So we are calling the authority. I will call our president. You have please face the machine. Everything that is secret money, the world is moving so fast. Everybody is moving in a different world. They will still be around the AJH, the O2H, when the world is moving at a faster speed to the digital process. Please, everything that needs to be able to be done, you see, to minimize it. There's a president, you said, you keep to develop the generation. Don't please place that into that airport.
Okay, thank you. You're live. Good morning.
Good morning. And let me say good morning to Na.
Can I get a one leg back?
Thank you very much. We would not officially to bring come and get let's go. We don't want for this community to appear like we run them to the because we know we run out to see the most standard thing which is do cream is called promoting. But the message brought it, I can be sitting out like this is what the issue of we in terms of authentication. In that because there's the only effort in that draw as one can use the hands to catch and look into the street that right now the police cannot cannot when you go to the airport in Morocco, you pass through it's not like just the assistant return and the just assistant. It's not clear but Thursday from Thursday to Saturday last week. That number they representatives for retreat. They will take that almost 50,000, but you can buy one kind of machine. So take that they are not in the interest of the commoners, but because they don't want us to learn tomorrow, so they have access to the network education and children. So you sit at the farm and get a children farm. You check the start of what is the university, what for you internet, serious internet, put it in the macro, put it in job for. So they say that the order to successful. You can't not the money in the call to the more cosmetic.
No, I'm more private like that. You're making money like you are. Good morning. Yeah, good morning.
This is Gary Chinima and I call from Civil Second.
You're welcome. Go ahead.
Okay, thank you for the discussion this morning. I think just at a little time we are sure to clarify something. And the scanning machine that he talks about is just not the only scanning. It's not only about the scanning machine as well. You see, we have been some of that have traveled a lot of places. We have been seeing active security hours when it comes to security network and some of electronic gadgets and things that have been used to track down things. You see, some let me just reverse it back. Somewhere around 2010, when I left Casablanca to Monroeville, you see the scanning machine had a little problem. You know what the people did? The people appealed, the aviation people appealed to us to be down there for a little while. They had some technical problems because they never wanted anything to come in or to pass through their countries to go to some other countries. I will send a bad signal to their government or to their nation. You see, then we come back to Liberia. You see, the scanning machine is down. Because of the death they asked for many Liberians, their clandestine deeds, they into voodoo and all kinds of things. They don't want the country to progress. This is why the scanning machine has problems. They hate it. Now, the worst one is the communication devices that is on the airport there, the reserve, are burned totally. Till now, it's invading. Nobody have reached out to the government to see how best it can be renewed, which is very harmful. Well, what is it? It's about the level from Accra Ghana to Monrovia. Your flight is en route. You communicate in a whole wiki, yeah, your flight to or Brussels Airline will be landing so time. We do not have that any longer. I'm like, Juju, will you the fishing out to communicate? We don't know what they have to tell them.
You see, that's why we said earlier on in your final show, we talk about the issue of the aviation lights. We talk about the communication. Look, even those who are in the tower talking about the weather, you know. You know, those, you know, the climatologists looking at the climate, looking at the weather, they're telling us, giving weather report. What are these flights in land at this time? Then look at the floor, you know, all sorts of things.
We don't mind that we having people there, they pay them for that money, but they can't do the work.
No, they don't even have the things. I know one of my CMB brother who went to China and installed it there. He's an expert for that. But he's back. He was working there before he went. But he don't have it to work with. What if somebody deliberately spoil the scanning machine? So, you know, what if somebody deliberately spoil the scanning machine so they can see it as a man or chopping? Good morning. Good morning, sir.
Manuel Liberia.
Yeah, I'm calling for MD.
You're welcome, man.
Yeah, you are discussing about the police issue. I know it's a right to back up the you're a big guy, always full uniform. But most of the guys, they are very dirty, nasty, they listen to well traffic.
No, that's why we're talking.
Oh, well, sometimes they put nothing get people in. They let take care of them.
Good morning, sir.
Yeah, good morning to now. My name is Kool. You know, I want to stress something. You see, some of the reason why the when the regime comes to power, sometimes they decide to change people, and then again, it becomes a problem. When some people decide to be loyal to the past regime, to implicate the government working to be bad, that's the similar thing we do at the airport. So many people are working at the airport, you can remember, there were some people who were suspended by Mangue were having an issue with them. And later on, I think they reinstated them. The issue about drugs coming to the country during the administration of the CDC. And this administration had come, they got no, the machine didn't say they were involved. That machine breaking down, why couldn't they inform the government and the authority so that the thing can become effective again? But they kept it. Why the purpose are they keeping it? They have some political motivation on it. These are some of the things where presidents say, okay, we want to employ our own people and we see it as problem. Because you need to work. According to the way the government want to run, you can't do it, you in the government and you want to mind the government. Those things are not necessary. Seriously, man.
Thank you. Let's talk to other callers. You're live.
Yeah, good morning.
You're welcome.
Having something going on station 4. So the issue is still there. You see, the airport is the one people will not take care of the airport because the same government official and they want to bring in the jobs in the country. So they will not want to spend money or whatever it's going to be. They want to repair that machine.
That's a grief allegation. Have you caught a government official or you know a government official that are involved in the drugs? Now let me ask you, hello.
Yeah, ask me.
Is that what we're discussing?
No, it's not.
Okay, you see, you know, every time we bring ignorance to the public, we're discussing, if somebody discussing or car, then you want to discuss motorbike. We're talking about at the airports, the border point, we don't have the kind of logistics. We are not sophisticated to detect some of the drugs and things coming. What police uniform get to do with that one? We're not discussing that. We talk. You know, we have discussed police that some of the officers who are very neat because they have bought their own uniform, their own boots, and all of these things. There are other folks who can afford because of the responsibility at the time to the end. They know that government is supposed to supply. So that's not the discussion. Why you always let them jump from one topic? Why always in discussion places they can be up? Because you're always missing things. You're live.
Okay, I will not call my particular reason.
No problem. Go ahead. Let's just get you.
Okay, we're discussing about security goes to the expert business. It's not that everybody in the country. You see, I remember because at that time when the double capital working, once African working,
What time was it?
The established security.
Hello?
Yes.
What time are you talking about? What time are you talking about?
I'm talking about when you're killing.
Yeah, and what happened to the airport?
Oh, at the airport, actually, the organized security, the security of security, SOS. Okay, one day was in that program from Burkina Faso for Israel. They had that security. Okay, and he was surveillance. Was not going to.
Thank you. They will discuss it, then you can come in to have it discussed. We are discussing.
Let's teach the conversation.
Yeah, let's see. We're looking at our port of interest. We wake up every morning, we hear this amount of drugs got to the country. And we got security at these broader points. Some of the points are just vulnerable. We got the seaport of Monrovia, we got Greenville, Grand Bassa, we got the Buchanan Port, we got the Rouse International Airport, and we expect all of the places to have modern day equipment to detect anything that should not be brought into this country. But yet instead, these things are passing through this area.
Yeah.
And it's affecting us on a daily basis. That's what we're discussing. And we're looking at our security, we're training them, and we're not giving them the kind of equipment to use. How to use it. But even if you bring scale down, there's some people you have to teach. There's some things we have not just to do the training, but the people should be able to do first-hand testing of these things and apply it. That will get these things done.
And even if we train those people and we don't have the equipment, we don't use them.
Yeah.
The skill will be there for nothing.
You got custom officer. One custom officer will not have the capacity to check 5-6 passengers at once. One man got 3-4 suitcases. You got to check all before you get. The other man waiting, the queue. Other people coming.
And you know that the criminal is always fast ahead of the security.
You have to take all of those things from in the suitcase, then one before you start to put them back. So if we can afford to have a scanner to make matters easier, enhance the working of our people at the airport or the seaport, we will detect these things. Yeah, the suitcase, they'll put it aside. You get to know what are in it. Whether you're transporting something, you're tracked down, turned over, you face the full weight of the law. That's why we're talking. Good morning.
Yeah, Wiki Sarah, I dropped it now. I was about to close quickly. I was talking about the Juju movie.
Yeah, go ahead.
See, and somewhere around October, November thing, we have this, all the way to like to Ghana, to the end of Nigeria. All of the suitcase, all of the luggages, everything was intact. Only when he landed in Liberia at the Rabat International Airport, that boy spent over 35 to 40 minutes in the terminal waiting for his suitcase, the luggages and what have you. The only thing he had access to was the phone, and now they are breaking into the suitcase. All of those things he brought for all the
that complaint has come on so many times because sometimes I went
as a senior brother, I went back to the aviation authority for redress. You know what the man told me? They in the face and told me that it was in Ghana or whichever country they bought into the suitcase, not Liberia. You see how disturbing it was? Within no time, the medical doctor who was on a scene flight, the man brought some testing kits for pressure and some other things. It was brought into the suitcase too, and it was taken away. Why are we continuing to be doing this?
Yeah.
For people to be heard all the time. We are calling on national government to strengthen the security, to bring all of the electronic gadgets and things that have to be used for this general purpose. Thank you. Have a nice day.
Yeah, because that's why we keep calling for these things. Because we will keep shifting blame on these people because they don't have it so elementary as you. Because if the man was standing right there, because sometimes if the man was standing right there,
sure,
the man is standing to go wait for his luggage. After he comes to research, and he brought what is there? Nothing in it.
Oh, you know that since I value, you take time, so you picking and choosing which one to search.
Yeah.
When something that important, you look at right, you take one, you put it down.
Sometimes, so until we can provide all of the,
but if you're having a scanning process,
yes, to make sure that it can enhance the work and have the, and we need, it will surprise you that our places in this country, top places in the country, we still do not have the CC camera. We need these things. That when somebody said, I had this, or my suitcase was locked, we go to the video footage
and see what happened.
Yes, that man was seen taking separating, but deliberately we don't have it because of the intent. Since government can provide, then we ourselves is a choppy area for us.
Yeah, they do use that means to defraud the system, to harm other people.
So government needs
to take people continuous.
Government do the needful and let watch these people. They complaining that you are not providing all of the electronic devices to make sure that they have easy and work to do. Your life.
Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
And Mr. Brock. I hear you are talking about the airport and George Alabama from the one I give you.
You're welcome, Chief.
You see, the problem there is the same way you're talking about the port that don't want this port to be able to bring materials to help the port. Alright, the department that generates money, they give it to the people that are running 7 departments at an airport, like the terminal, the flight operation, the aircraft. Those departments generate money for the airport. And former President William, the chief, they gave the places up and they said that they want to bring equipment that will help the airport up to now. No equipment. They want the method that want the ask the people, the services that want to use in the terminal. They want the telephone bill and draw. They can't problem. They want to bring their own. Right now, RIA got to wait for finance to get money for the bill or inflation. They were not that before. RIA generate our own money.
Yeah, they also some of the department. They also some of the departments, so they put raise and give them what they won't give them.
You see, that I didn't it to you now. The terminal.
Yeah, I want Ghanaian company got it.
Money. Flight operation, in charge of all the aircraft. Charge the aircraft. They give it to them. Aircraft.
Okay.
That in charge of the aircraft, bringing the help and sell the aircraft. They generate money. They give it to them. No equipment they bring. The CEO want the method, the CEO want the dealing with. So the problem there, yes, management, but you don't want to come up and tell you what is the problem.
Thank you. Thank you this morning.
Okay. Mr. Scotty, good morning.
Good morning, I'm they will buy, they will say because they won't speak. And see, they say they want to buy, they won't buy because I'm machine or chasing material. I'm lying to you. The way the people can see that I have both working there. That one, they want to see me, so yeah, people want to go about. That one is selling when you see it, they got one with me around see it. You know, check for it, people money and the person said it's $20. They'll get out there, they have money to share their mission, but they won't see it because they won't see you. I guess they say, no, see, no, I go say, me, working there, tell money for me. I'll change you.
Yeah, you know, it's been alleged that there's a secret room there. We're trying to go there to check it out, where things are packed. But I think we need to do better. As a country, we need to do better. Let me talk to this caller on the line. Good morning.
Good morning, brother.
Good morning. Go ahead.
What I want to talk about today, my brother, they only like you. Before God and man, I don't know, even after my parents get home, before the materials are made, I was late. I will come to the factory. Please take it on me.
Factory in Ghana City.
Come back. Then before coming to material, my brother, before people, you may put that devil in. My brother, that's why you trying to get this. I went to the airport there, I think he said he wanted to teach right? So the guy said, come down, you know, come here, work with, and what is the one you say? Oh, look at the Nigeria, you don't use the passport. They like it that way.
Yeah.
And they want to, one kid went and said to the message, you my brother, well, in another airport, you know, let me tell you, but I do friends, because you know, like I said, my day, I said, okay, no problem. He carried it for him. When he came, I gave him, what did you say? I gave it. He said, get it. Give my brother the key. What did you do? I gave it to my brother. Not only that, he went to give one key. I gave to give him to party where we found the seminar. He spoke with all the congregants, but I just saw the guys running out with them on the back. I saw the guys running with them on the back. Why were we running over there? I found that I was going to go, and I hope you understand. Why when they are partying, I hope you want my brother to get this. Then my grandma, the key, who sat there? Who is taking up with him? They do it, they don't know him. I want to go back to the airport. If you know, you can have a key, the last one, go to the airport. They say, no, we don't bring to us. People will come from outside the country, to tell that those who come. Oh, God. It's too much people. You don't have to go there and shooting at me or smoke for us.
Okay, we'll try to do that. If they give us the chance to actually do it, you know, folks. But this is serious, and these are some of the things that we need to talk about. Good morning.
Good morning.
You're welcome, sir.
Thank you, bro. How do you want?
Can complain.
Yeah, I'm just going on. You need money for the show, but you can't even have to go to RI and graduate your own research because what is going on to RI is very disgusting, very bad. Even people that traveling and come and learn to our feet, they are feet bad. What are people do so that they don't echo? You can imagine, RI don't have their own week to send a course of travel. Pay for a week. If you can't pay for a week, it's to your suitcase on a day and bring it outside. And then when the people bring their suitcases on the airport, when they busting on the car, it's not open, everything has been stolen from in that suitcase in the terminal. The people crying on that road, everything is like, airport, I gave my airport. Every day I will continue this morning. Every day I will continue this morning. So you the journalist, your people have to go there and they got research to see what is going on. So that they never are. I thank you this morning.
Thank you also this morning. Thank you this morning. Yeah. Folks, you know, we've been on this. Let me take this short break, and when we come back, we got something to talk about this morning. Yeah, before we close up this morning.
It's very essential to our young kids. So we're going to focus in that direction. So as a government, as a committee, that is our focus. We want you to communicate that to the Ministry of Commerce. Forget about those companies. We will buy the rest and we'll move forward with that. Thank you.
Yeah, Madam Minister. We got 10 more minutes and then we'll close down.
So I just to say, you're raising, perspectives that I don't think has ever been thought about before. What I would like to do is to to then take it back to the steering committee, the Japanese
Then we met my point in separate meeting. All of them they want to have with the general student body. More than I think 6 times. So we are having lot of engagement.
You allege that there is an attempt for the university to go into closure.
That's why the board trustee met on the 24th of December 2024. In our meeting, Minister Augustine Gafwan said that it will be challenging for the government to raise 34 million to run the university. So they were contemplating opening the university in April. When the party threatened boycott State of the Nation, the next Gales spokesperson of the president office, Kool came up as a spokesperson of the university only because they wanted Mr. Boyga to have a peaceful solar address and proclaim that the university will be open on the 13th. So the idea here is the government doesn't have money, still use it left this country, government doesn't have money to run academic activities. So they are looking for fallback plan until they can get fallback plan. They will create situation to keep the university closed and I bid. When the university is closed, another financial burden is on the government shoulder. Then the government look for priorities. That's the debate. So, that's their plan.
So my question is related.
Place to be, yeah, guitar. You make the place a better place to be actually. But you know, folks, you know the president of the Republic of Liberia has done it again. The president has instructed the civil servant boss, and he has also praised him for taking the decisive action to enforce the compliance with the National Asset Declaration mandate. You know the president suspended a couple of officials, some part of last month, people arrived before long, and what the president said, that look, in order for transparency and accountability, you work for the people. My government is committed to the issue of fighting corruption. And in fighting corruption, you must come to government and show the people what you keep with doing. When you go in tomorrow, people cannot just sit and say, oh, the man is leaving the position, or he came, he never had anything. So, according to the report now, the money will be used. The president has instructed the CSA to use the money of those officials who refuse in categorical. So the president said in a statement that the fund will be allocated to the One Child, One Chair, a presidential initiative to enhance learning conditions, primary and secondary schools across the country. That's what the money will be used for. We are talking about, and they said the civil service should work, civil service agencies should work along with the Ministry of Finance Development Plan. We're talking about 90,808.56 cents. So the president now said that money should be used. And the Ministry of Education should also get involved into it to make sure that they go across and see all of the schools are in need. That chairs, those people's salary are cut, or that are withheld because they did not comply in a non-compliant posture. The money now being instructed by the president that they take it, be used for the One Child, One Chair for primary and secondary school across the country. According to the president, the CSA is to partner with the Ministry of Education to ensure the timely procurement and distribution of chairs to schools in need. You taking the money and say, I will put it in my account for this one. And the president have not started. The president have taken further measures. He has spoken to the Bureau of State Enterprises and have tasked them with implementing senior action for officials of the state-owned enterprises who are currently suspended for non-compliance with the asset declaration requirement. Funds generated from these initiatives would be directed to the One Child, One Chair initiative.
You know, they just shows that several persons who were declared an asset have failed to do that. So just know that you will not take pay. And the money that you still get will go to this process here. You know, it's time that we start to think about ourselves. We will not accept disrespect and disobedient workers who you will come and be given a tax to work in the interest of the people, then you live your own way. So let the CSA, the State of Enterprises, work with the Ministry of Education. So because the president also said that this chair business of one of the major things we have in our schools. Chairs, no chairs. It has gone to universities, other teacher education institutions, vocational institutions.
Yeah, we can't have the kids sitting on the floor, deplorable condition, the rainy season around.
And if you are seeing folks,
and we hope that they can keep defying the president so the money can be used in the lives of the people. We hope that they keep doing it, they will not comply.
If folks in most other countries can be affected by this chair issue, just imagine about the children in the rural parts.
That's why the president is across the country. The CSA, Ministry of Finance, should work together. And the timely procurement, that's the word I love in it. Timely procurement.
Yeah. Because
please, you don't go do it in a way that because procurement, you go buy a plane, you bring it, you find somebody, your capital, 3-4% that start working for in the morning and that in the name that they facing chairs for the children. They got Liberians, they got capitals in the places, they got places where they sell in chair, armchair, you can hire these people got a union, you'll sit on the round table, you'll do the prop, you'll put the bidding process out because it's across the country. Whoever wins it, there are furniture, there are shops or furniture firms and all of these things, construction firms all around Liberia. They go through the normal process so somebody can win a bid and we can do it properly. That we can show clear documentation tomorrow to say, Mr. President, your instructions, these are the implementation and these are the records. Then we'll call GSC and say, please go order these people. You know, some of you young guys at private schools. We can take the chair and carry that. We'll be following this matter.
Sure. Let's begin to solve one problem at a time.
At least.
Let's solve the smaller ones. Then one day as solved, we're going to start going on to the bigger ones. So we hope that it will work in the interest of this process so they can help the president achieve this one chair, one child, or one child, one chair. Now folks, they'll have a very conducive environment for our children, for schools. We're also talking about classes overcrowded. Even there are still more kids outside who are not in school. So you see, what a worry on that. Then the ones who are in the schools, no chairs, nothing to sit on, nothing to do this. It's worrisome. So hope that the team can do its utmost best to address this matter here. They'll begin to address issue one at a time. You know, but it's so much disheartening to see that after all the grace period the president gave, we still have people who have not complied. I want to say thanks to those who have complied. Thank you. It's good. Please do that regularly because after 3 years, you have to write a status, you have to update. So that you can be able to do it. It's good for you. Asset declaration is good for you. That when you leave in a position, we already know because you're working for money and what you will get afterward. So we don't see that folks are perceived to be corrupt. That everybody living government, the house you build, the schools you got, the stores you got, the businesses you got, you stole money to get those things. Let's see that they are credible Liberians making clean money in this country here. So hope that please, the authorities responsible for this, please comply. We want you to open another Pandora box for your own eating.
Yeah.
CSA.
One that tells my man, the capital policy, man, care, man, the policy say include your mayor, say corporate, your good, your business registration, your tax claim. Look, we do anything. Just had the University Library finish revoking their degree from Dorkopo. The press secretary to the president also said the president is not aware yet. So the university and the president will not act on speculation. So the university need to do the needful after your investigation, you people, and they have declared him persona non grata. He must never go around in campus. No more he will ever have the chance to attend that institution again for lying as a student and lying for graduating as well. So but in your own country they declare the persona non grata. But so this is it, and this is where we find ourselves.
Yeah.
You know, so gentlemen, this is the step the president has taken, that those suspended government officials who failed to comply to declare the asset. So the asset declaration team amended that came from the president to LACC. Now today the president has instructed the CSA boss, those who fall in the CSA line and those who fall in the Bureau of State Enterprise, that the money be directed to the one child, one chair, a presidential initiative here to work, making sure that each child should have a chair. With schools across the country, as the Ministry of Education, to work along with the Ministry of Finance to do timely procurement. So before the next academic year, we can have school, chairs all over.
Yeah.
You know, because school gradually about to close.
Yeah.
And people taking full free or all now. So it's a good initiative, and we hope that somebody will continue not to comply. So maybe the next time the president will direct the Ministry of Health go to hospital mothers who are giving birth and their bills have not been settled. Let's get these hospital bills so we can settle them to have these people released. Let's get drugs. No, we will direct the president. We said something similar to yesterday. And now I think we are de facto advisor to the president and anybody in this country.
It's just I wouldn't get anything.
Yeah, but it's for the sake of our country. Because we said the president should use this money for a purpose.
Yeah.
One thing we say here, some people started to get vexed. And this is why we spoke about this thing. When President we said you are cutting 25% in salary benefit, the concern that we raised on the platform, what was it directed? So I said, when I asked that question.
Yeah.
If you continue, can you tell where it will be now? These officials now will know where their money going. And now because of the pronouncement, people just say for their hands, we will find out to know what it took effect and the students are benefiting from it. Let's talk to this caller. Good morning. Yeah, good morning.
Yeah, your people there could be because of cooperation one day. The president again be well, I always call that one day the president will come across you and your people being good, that's all. God bless you one day.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, keep praying for us too. We will always try to do the good thing. This, like we usually say, now you said something just the other day, and I just feeling the effect of it. Even if the things get better, or they carry something in the interior, but I might not be the one to benefit directly or my children.
Sure.
But once Liberians are benefiting, it's good for us. Good morning.
Yeah, we?
Yes, sir.
Good morning, sir.
Morning, Chief.
This is Tommy Deepen, man, and I'm calling from Red this morning. Thank you for this information. And I think the government should now stop over there. The government should try to even dismiss them. That's a very big disgrace to the government. Why not respect your leader? What do you have? Why are you having? You got one cell phone, both bills, I got one cell phone. You're renting, I'm renting. Why are you afraid? The government dismiss the people. Why not they respectful at the bills now? For what reason? Look, thank you. The government is taking the right step, and we are calling, we are listening to you guys, and we are also thinking to make the economy better. Thank you so much this morning.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
You're always welcome as well. You know, we have to do it together as a nation, as a people. Good morning. Yeah, go ahead, sir.
Good morning, King. How you doing?
We can't complain about money over here.
That's good. But the time I read on mission, I was really actually joining the talk to this down by the session.
You're welcome, sir.
Thank you. Let me appreciate for well done. I respect I think it's regarding the initiative of the president is welcome doing those of what the government has progressed. Sometimes we feel what is going on what I'm doing.
No, but that's how it's supposed to be. That's how it's supposed to be. You gotta guide your government, you got your government power guided. So but you gotta differ when things go wrong. Be honest.
Sometimes we feel I think president should be second.
Okay. Going off the line, we did not cut you, sorry. Probably hang on ice. You're live. Okay, let's go going off the line. We got a couple of minutes to go. 0775-919-919. You see? So tomorrow, our little brothers and sisters, our future leaders will have chairs to sit on. They will have a befitting building to call a learning center at least.
Hello?
Yes, you're live.
Yeah, good morning. Good morning, Wiki Bros and Nathaniel Vine Studio.
Good morning, sir.
My name is Fasil Command. Yeah, I'm doing job for one of the canopy of the good government initiative.
Thank you.
Yeah, you guys, thank you very much for being very, very balanced and very impartial in your journalistic work over the years. Yeah, you guys it took bit of the society in our home for zero growth in all aspects of development. I think the issue emanating from the president's office is a very liable one, very liable venture. And I think some of us that Unity Party, Civil Unity Party, and Big Unity Party, we are proud of this president. Our support for the president over the years have not gone in vain. He has proven to be a listening leader. He has proven to be somebody who is running a government on the basis of transparency and accountability. You know, by holding his expertise feet to the fire to work on behalf of the Liberian people. So I think, I say kudos to you guys and kudos to our president for taking such a very positive decision.
Thank you this morning. Let's talk to this caller. You're live.
Good morning to my two great ambassadors.
Good morning.
Ambassador Sion from the Abraham Black Itagosiwa community. I want to take this time again to say thank you so kindly for all of the hard work you will continue to do for the Liberian people. I want to say kudos to our president, His Excellency, President Bola. We pray that this shouldn't be just a mere talk, but like be implemented before years. And I also trust my QFM for money to make sure that we follow those stuff that it should be implemented for the Liberian people. So may God continue to bless you people and thank God for the welcoming of one of you, probably you always used to speak of years back, Councilor Peter Polo Jala. I say, my father, you are welcome by in the nation. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you, folks.
Welcome, Councilor Peter Bono Jala to Liberia.
Yeah.
Welcome. After a long stay out of the country, he said
he's settling in, he weighed in the border politics of our country, washing people, and he would talk at an appropriate time. But we'd like to say to all of you, thank you this morning for always being part of the show, and that's how we like to draw the curtain this morning on this edition of the Morning Ride. I'm Wiki Brooks.
And I'm Nathaniel Fa.
So I kind of been the man behind the camera this morning. Have yourself a blessed day.
To the e-portal. You said recently that the university owes this company that runs the e-portal